and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10. Touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Yes! Oh, double deflection. Yes! The Huskies win their first state championship. Good evening and welcome to Bengals Stadium in Blaine. Tonight, number 7 Anoka at Blaine, week 3. Tornadoes out of the gate 2-0. The Bengals 1-1. Steve Thompson along with Tim Anderson and our great QCTV crew. And there's quite a contrast in this matchup. Tornadoes love to throw. The Bengals, they love to run.
That's true, and it's going to be that contrast of styles that makes interesting. They always say styles make fights. Well, that's exactly the case tonight. If Anoka could come in and do exactly what they've been doing the first 2 weeks of the season, that's airing it out, getting the deep ball down the field, they could have a great night tonight. But Blaine gets their starting quarterback, Frank Daniels, back tonight, and that makes them a very different team. Be interested to see what Blaine Bengals team we see tonight. The team that got hammered by Centennial last week, or the team that played a tough first game against St. Michael Albertville.
They are 1-1. Tornadoes out of the gate. The huge win over Champlain Park at Goodrich in the opener in the battle for the paddle. And then they scored 34 in the win over St. Michael Albertville. So the Tornadoes, 66 points in 2 games. They can really throw it around, led by Peyton Padani, and he's got plenty of people to throw it to.
Absolutely, and if we take a quick look at my takes, the keys to the game tonight, Anoka's going to need to make the big plays early, Steve. Come on, air it out to Avia Beckway, air it out to Trey Borchers. Try to get yourself some leads early on. If you're Blaine, you want to achieve some balance, meaning you need to pass just enough to get Anoka's defense to respect what's going on in the passing game. And finally, no points left on the field. Anoka this year, if there is a weakness, they've missed 2-point conversions, they've missed extra points, they've had some botched snaps and turnovers. Can't have that tonight on the road.
We are ready to go. Alvin Payne has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Great night for football. It is in the air, and this will be Kamari Hibbler from the 10 to the 20, still on his feet. He has some blocking, 35, 40, all the way out to the 42-yard line. Great return.
Kamari Hibbler with speed, and you see some of that speed on display for the Tornadoes right away in the first series, and that sets things up for the quarterback, Peyton Padani, the junior quarterback who is really having a nice start to the season. When he gets time to throw, he's been very, very effective.
So we will start actually at the 41-yard line, and here is Padani wearing number 3, and he's put up some big numbers this year. 37 of 50, 7 touchdowns, 566 yards. And he has Darrell Cummings, the running back, standing to his left. He looks to the sideline to get a play. And we're just about ready to go. And that's standard operating procedures. Slot back left. Padani goes straight back, throws to the right, almost picked. Caught somehow by Borchers. Little tip drill early. That could have been a big play for Blaine. Instead, the Tornadoes gain 4.
Yeah, they pick up a little short gain here, but this is a nice job by the Blaine defense, reading the eyes of Peyton Padani, and you had a nice opportunity right there for Leif Nielsen, the senior linebacker, reads it perfectly, should have had a pick.
Here's Cummings up the middle, good surge to midfield and beyond. Should be a Tornado first down at the Bengal 48.
Let's take a look at the starters for the Bengals as Terrell Cummings starting for Ethan Mossman tonight, getting those early carries. And there you get a good look. You'll see Terrell Cummings in the backfield. Keep your eye on, again, Avia Beckway and Trey Borchers.
They have a lot of weapons, and now a man goes in motion. That is Cummings way out to the left. They're going to swing it out to the short man on that side, a Beckway, and he's dropped near the line of scrimmage. Outstanding defensive play by Sam Shaughnessy, who fired up and made the play. It'll be his second down. We'll call it 10.
Shaughnessy went in and played some quarterback for them last week and was an effective runner. He's very fast, and he wasn't fooled at all by Cummings going in motion thinking they were going to throw the smoke out to the far side. They went to Hibbler instead, read it like a book.
And it's now second down and 11. Ball back to the 49-yard line. Padani throws it downfield, overshoots a Beckway. Late hit on a Beckway at the 35-yard line, but it was well over his head, not a bounds.
Yeah, well over his head. And then you take a look at the defense for head coach Mike Law. And again, we've already mentioned Leif Nielsen. We've mentioned Sam Shaughnessy. Those guys are going to be players to keep an eye on today, along with also one of their front defensive tackles, Jesse Davies. He's going to be very busy up the middle tonight.
Ryland Dickinson, their leading tackler, with 18 solo tackles already this year. So he certainly gets it done. Now the Tornadoes on their opening drive that started at their own 41-yard line. 3rd down and 11 from the Blaine 49. And the Tornadoes, if there is wind any factor, they're going into it. Padani spins out of a sack, throws it for a 1st down and a little more down to the 37-yard line. Nice grab by Carson Band. He has a touchdown this year. He found a spot, made the catch. Good move by Padani.
Kind of the forgotten man. Padani does a nice job of avoiding the pressure. Band's able to run open here, and he's wide open because everybody's focused on a Beckway and Borchers, and now they're going to go a little quick game.
13-yard gain. Here's Cummings up the middle with room. Bangs his way down to the 28-yard line, maybe a little more than that. He took a big shot down there by Dickinson, their leading tackler, but a big gainer. They'll take that every time on 1st down and 2nd down and 1. Handoff again, Cummings with room inside the 25 to the 24. So the Tornadoes, quite a bit of balance opening.
Trying to show some balance here. They passed a ton on that second little set of downs, but there they run twice with Cummings. And now again, working a little no-huddle quick stuff here. And they're maybe going to look to continue to feed Terrell Cummings up the middle here. Keep an eye on that.
3rd 1st down, opening drive. Padani swings it out. Ban again at the 25. Makes a tackler miss down to the 17-yard line before he's wrestled down by Leif Nielsen. And that's another good gain on 1st down, and that creates options for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they love these 2nd and short situations, and that's a nice job. Again, this is what Anoka likes to do. These little quick timing routes early, try to get Padani in a rhythm, and that was a very effective play there.
Here's Cummings off left guard and tackled to the 15. Very close to a 1st down, but that Tornado O-line doing a good job, Tim.
Yeah, reestablishing the line of scrimmage 1 or 2 yards in front, and that gives them a nice little surge. And the one thing you can say about Cummings, now that he's back off that knee surgery last year, is that speed and that strength is returned. He is very strong upper body-wise, and he's tough to bring down. He's got that bowling ball look to him, but he's very fast.
Just under 9 to go. Opening drive, quarter number 1 for the Tornadoes.
Going Brody Rush in the backfield.
And Padani's going to keep it. Tripped up short. What a defensive play by Charlie Potvin. 2nd leading tackler on the team. Now 4th down and 1 for the Tornadoes. Looked like Padani had it easy, but good play by Potvin.
It's an interesting thing to try to get your quarterback to run side to side on a 3rd and short. You'd think you could just plow that thing right up the middle if you wanted to with Padani. He's a big target. You'd think he could just lean forward and get the 1st down. And now you set yourself up with kind of a longer yard to get. But you're going to go for it anyway. You keep Rush on the field, the smaller back. Let's see what they do.
So Padani with Rush, wearing number 34 back there. Brody Rush, just a 9th grader. Padani straight back, throws it to the slot. Caught and dropped Borchers, but he'll have a 1st and goal at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, you feel like they could do that play anytime they want. Borchers comes in on a quick slant, and he is wide open for this.
Flag on the play in the backfield. Could be a hold on the Tornadoes. It usually is in that spot. We'll see.
Yeah, really on a quick toss, that would be surprising, but that is exactly what it's going to be.
So that'll march the Tornadoes back to 4th and 11, depending on the spot of the foul, and it is 10 yards on the dot over the 25 to just shy of the 26-yard line.
And I think they're still going to probably go for this because even though they kicked a field goal with Veronica Moran last week, this is still into the wind, somewhere in the 40-yard range, and that's just not something Coach Wassert's going to do, so he'll take his chances here on 4th and 11.
Rush, still the running back, standing to the left of Peyton Padani. Straight back, has time, lobs it over the middle. Is it caught down at the 12? Now they say it's incomplete, just short of the intended receiver. And that's a Beckway. It just was a hair short. Beckway maybe shaken up on the play.
Yeah,
Let's see it here.
That ball might have hit him in the stomach, took the wind out of him. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, into the ground, you can see he took a hard landing, and it was almost like that ball came up and hit him in the stomach. And those are the ones that knock the wind out of you. Turnover on downs. Good job by the Bengals defense there of holding strong.
And they got a break with that holding penalty on the Tornadoes. Their drive starts 7:42 to go in the quarter, and they sling it out. It is caught. That's Matthew Plankers with room. So a team that loves to run. As a matter of fact, coming in only 29 pass attempts in 2 games, and they throw on first down.
But
how about that?
That's the difference, though, when Frank Daniels is in versus the opposition. Ethan Burnett was their backup quarterback, but when you bring Frank Daniels in, he's a big, tall senior with a good arm, and if they've got an opportunity to throw it, it's going to be with him on the field. They're going to be a very different team than what we've seen the last week and a half.
Gain of 15, first down. Daniels, 6'4", big kid, 220, and he'll shovel it out. Michael Douglas tries right side, tripped up, not much. Good pursuit play over there. And I believe it was Luke Alexander that fired up and made the tackle for the Tornadoes.
We talked about achieving some balance, and that's, again, you just mentioned the guys we need to keep an eye on. Daniels, Michael Douglas. Keep your eye on Plankers and Clark if they're going to get involved in the passing game. We'll see how much they play, but they really run heavy with Douglas. Look for him to get a heavy dose tonight.
Douglas, 272 yards, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. One there, 2nd down and 9. Douglas again, up the middle. Nothing doing by that Tornado defensive front. We saw that in the Champlin Park game. They did a good job up front all night.
Yeah, they kind of have those 3 guys in the middle who really clog things up and make tons of plays. With Nabosny and Avery Fields and Alex Wimmer, they've done a great job this year, but also that linebacking core with Zach Welch, Luke Deshane, Zach Anderson, and Aaron Knapp. They make tons of plays, and there's another example of how they collapse in the middle there and stop at the point of attack.
3rd and 9 for Blaine. Daniels goes straight back, has time, airs it out over the middle. Man wide open, overshoots him, and I think that was Seth Burnett over the middle.
Looked like maybe Prince Day, maybe it looked like it might have been.
Yeah, it was. And Prince Day, 6'1", 190 senior, he was open down the middle, but it falls incomplete, well long, and now it's 4th down and 9 from the 41-yard line.
It's got to be a little bit of an adjustment for this Tornadoes defense. They didn't know if they were going to see Daniels or not, and they're a different team when he's on the field. Now already you saw that. They threw twice on that opening possession.
Lucas Godfrey to punt from the 29-yard line, gets it away, high wobbler, and it bounces sideways toward the Bengal bench and goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the Tornadoes will have good field position. Their opening drive at the 41, this one at their own 35.
I would say mission accomplished, though, for the Blaine offense, because you've got the Tornadoes thinking about something now. We talked about that in the pregame about achieving some balance. That is exactly what you were able to do on that opening possession. Now they got to go back and think on defense. All right, now we got to be ready for down the field passing. We got to be ready that's at least an option in their game now, and that's something to think about.
Tornadoes did stuff the run, and that's a good sign because Douglas can pile up the yards. So here comes Padani. Cummings to his left. A wide receiver split way out left, and then 2 to the near side. Beckway shaken up. Low snap, toss, sweep left side. Cummings, maybe 3 to the 38-yard line before he stacked up. Good pursuit by that Blaine Bengal defense. Noah Herrick was over there and part of the hit.
Yeah, not a great snap, and that has been something this year for the Tornadoes, as that was a low snap. Padani did a good job of staying with it, took the true hop, and then just pitched it over to Cummings, and they were able to get something out of that, which is good. Sets up 2nd and 7.
Beckway all alone on the left, short side of the field, and now have a slot as well over on that side, and that's Ban. The lone receiver near side is Borchers. Cummings switches side, and now Padani will take the snap. Looking left all the way, pumps, still buys time, fires it out there for a Beckway, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play by the Blaine Bengals. That was Sam Shaughnessy again, jumping that route, knocking it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they overloaded that far side of the field, and a nice job by the Bengals defense there of kind of shifting and moving. It looked like they were going to have Borchers one-on-one to the near side, but some late movement and kind of getting a little protection over the top there kind of forced Padani to change his eyes.
So now it's a Beckway and Ban again on the left. Borchers way out near his side. Cummings, the running back, to the left of Peyton Padani. Padani is straight back. Fires it to Borchers, caught near midfield. He'll be tackled at the Blaine 49-yard line. 1st down, Tornadoes. And Trey Borchers, he's strong and a big kid, 6'2".
Yeah, and this was a situation where Riley Dickinson stepped back and was a little late cutting across that route over the middle. They had one-on-one on the near side, and Borchers took advantage.
Gain of 13. Here's Cummings up the gut, and he'll get it inside the 45 to maybe the 44-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 5. You'll take that on first down running every time.
Yeah, good balance so far being shown by the Tornadoes. Running Cummings, and clearly with him at full strength, they feel like they've got a weapon here that they can use.
Thanks so much for joining us on QCTV, and those of you joining us on North Metro Cable TV. Anoka at Blaine. The Tornadoes number 7, drive number 2 were scoreless. 4:38 to go, first quarter. Pedani pumps, goes deep, trying to hit a Beckway, but it was well covered. And who else? Sam Shaughnessy, and that's a battle to watch all night.
That's going to be fun because Shaughnessy is really quick and he's tall. He can run stride for stride, and he can kind of shield a Beckway a bit with his size. So the matchup to keep an eye on is going to be on the other side with Mikey Olamighty and taking on Trey Borchers on this near side. Keep an eye on that matchup. And let's see if Anoka decides they want to try to exploit that a little more. They have in this first quarter. Borchers and Ban have been very busy in this first quarter. We'll see if they continue to use that.
3rd down and 5 for the Tornadoes. Bengals 44-yard line. Pedani now with Cummings to his right. They get the play. Snap away. Has time. Fires to the right. Borchers off his fingertips at the 37-yard line. Falls incomplete now. 4th down.
Yeah, he was open. They had what they wanted there. Pedani's pass sailed, and I think Borchers knew he was going to take a hit. And the old alligator arms came up on this one. As you take another look, he's there, and the ball's there. But I think he was worried about maybe the shot he was going to take at the back end, and he was just couldn't hang on to it.
There are a lot of blue Tornadoes, white helmets, white jerseys, moving left to right. Clock stop, 4:27 to go. They're going to line up. It looks like they're going to go on 4th and 5 at the Blaine 44-yard line. Pedani with Cummings to his right. Trips near side, Ban in the slot.
Bengals showing blitz with the linebackers.
Pedani rolling left, throws it over the middle, nobody home. Ban was covered, now we get a late flag. He may have got shoved from behind by Leif Nielsen, and if so, this will be in a Tornado first down.
Boy, and that would be just a gift penalty because you got everything you wanted on that if you were the Bengals defense. You bring the linebacker blitz up the middle, you put pressure on Pedani, you forced him to throw into traffic, and this would be just a real bailout on the Bengals side if this call stands.
It looks like the Tornadoes are going to line up. Let's see.
Wow, that's a big one to take. And you're right, that was Leif Nielsen giving a little shove to Ban. Let's take another look at that and see what we can see. That's a tough call, but ref threw it right away, so he must have seen some draped coverage over Ban on that one before that. And maybe right there, hard to tell from our vantage point.
1st and 10, 29-yard line. Huge penalty against the Bengals. And now Pedani has Brody Rush in there. Rush up the gut for a few. He was wrapped up neatly from behind on that play, and that was good play by Lucas Godfrey, who also punts for the Bengals, and Anoka's going to go hurry up.
Yeah, they're using Rush a lot more inside this 30-yard area here, giving him some time, this young freshman back.
He's going to get it again up the middle inside the 30 down to maybe the 29-yard line before a knee goes down. And Leif Nielsen was in the middle of that, also coming over to make the play for the Bengals. Joseph Reynolds, it'll be 3rd down. We'll call it 4.
And you see a lot of time of possession here in this first quarter for Anoka, letting their offense go. And then and the fact that they're running the football quite a bit, eating up a lot of clock.
Here come the Tornadoes. Far hash Beckway over on the far sideline. Borchers spread to the near sideline. Ban in the slot. They'll hand it off. Cummings to the edge. And a first down inside the 20. He maybe got the 18-yard line before he stepped out.
And I think everybody and their mom thought that they were going to throw the ball right there on 3rd and 5. So to sneak a little sweep to Terrell Cummings, a nice little bit of play calling there from Coach Bo Wasserich, getting the first down for the Tornadoes.
And they are going to spot it between the 18 and the 19. And now they're on the far hash mark. Cummings is out there. A back way out to the left. Ban. Borchers near side. Snap to Padani. A low one up the gut. Cummings, good surge. Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Gain of almost 5.
The one thing you notice, Steve, about Cummings and the way he runs is there's no hesitation. Like, that is a immediate surge into that offensive line. He's a kind of a one-read guy.
They go hurry up again. Cummings right up the middle again. So give the Tornado interior offensive line a lot of credit. They're creating holes.
Yeah, and they're setting up these second and third and manageables, and that's when you can be dangerous in the passing game because you have to at least still respect the third down run, as we just saw in the last play.
Third down, they're going to call it 4, a short 4 at that. Cummings again near a first down. Needed the 9. Did he get it?
Very close. I think he might be a half-yard short here. Setting up maybe 4th and inches. This is going to be a very close spot.
Good job by the Tornadoes up front, though. Very impressive. White, Brent, Burns, Chris, Knutson doing a nice job. Here we go, 4th and short. We'll call it 1 from the 10-yard line. It is Cummings again. Did he get it?
I don't think so.
He was stacked up, catching him from behind. Their leading tackler Ryland Dickinson, and they do stop him just inside the 10.
Interesting stuff there. They decided they thought they saw something running the football. They run it 7 consecutive times, which is just very unlike Anoka. That time maybe too much, go to the well a little too often, and a good play. First guy to get to him, actually, number 63. Really solid work from Liam Schilling.
I think it was 53, actually.
53,
yeah,
you might
Godfrey.
be right. Yeah, Lucas Godfrey making a great play.
All right, here comes Blaine deep in their own territory. First down and 10. They're going to hand it off right side. Not much doing at all for Douglas. Frank Daniels, of course, the quarterback, and so far so good against Douglas.
And maybe that was another wind call on 4th down and inches, as there's that defense we talked about earlier for the Tornadoes across the screen. Again, keep your eye on Zach Welch tonight, a guy who I think makes tons of plays from that outside linebacker position.
Frank Daniels, the quarterback. 6'4", 220.
He looks like he just towers over him.
Yeah, he is alone. Yeah, that's your prototypical NFL quarterback, 6'4", 220. He goes straight back. He's going to lob it out near side. Intended receiver off the fingertips of Plankers near midfield. But good double coverage by the Tornadoes. Myers was back there and Alexander.
Yeah, they kind of saw that coming. They bracket the wide receiver Plankers right there. Kind of play a little cover 2 almost. But they move the safety over the top. They anticipate the deep ball and makes this a really tough catch. And a nice little hand there by Meyer, just enough to keep Plankers with him.
Yeah, just a check by Meyer. Now it's 3rd down, 9 yards to go. We'll call it the 12-yard line for the Bengals. And Daniels waiting for a play from the sideline. The running back, Michael Douglas, 6 foot, 175-pound senior. Now moves up into a slot position. Man goes in motion near side. Daniels is going to roll out. Throws it over the middle. Nobody home. Intended receiver, Donovan Torgerson. But good coverage by the Tornadoes, and they're going to kick it away.
Yeah, they have to right there. Really good job on defense by the Tornadoes. They stayed in a zone right there, and you can usually tell that when they bring the guy in motion and nobody follows. So they bring Plankers in motion right there, and that shows zone defense. And Tornadoes did a nice job of staying home in their spots. Not a lot of lanes to throw to in that situation for Daniels, and the Bengals have to punt.
Not much time remaining in the quarter, and the man standing back deep, Lucas Godfrey, is a factor on defense. He'll punt it away. 5'11", 210-pound senior. And it looks like Ban standing at the Blaine 45-yard line. Very high punt. Fair catch signal made. Ban muffed it, but fell on it at about the 37-yard line. So he was in the right spot, off his fingertips, but he pounced on it.
Those ones scare you, I must say. When that punt returner is running up on the ball at full speed, you always just say, here comes the fumble, right? And that's at any level. It is so hard to catch. That high punt, that short, that spiraling that you have to run up and get underneath. Really difficult to see that. Ban stays with it and falls on it, and no turnover that time. And there's our first look at Coach Bo, looking a little, not super incredulous at this moment, pretty calm still.
Still time to go. Quarter number one. Tornadoes moving into a bit of a breeze out of the southwest. His field runs east-west, and there's a low snap. Padani picks it up, in trouble. Scampers over to his left. Lobs it up into the middle. Jump ball. It's caught somehow. Caught over the middle. Was that Borchers?
Yeah, that was Borchers. Looked like a cookie from Peyton Padani. Had kind of a float to it, but somehow Borchers runs to it. First of all, credit Peyton Padani for staying with it and picking up that fumble, keeping his eyes downfield, and able to see Borchers cutting across. And that was the one guy in between four jerseys.
Cummings off the left side, gains a few near the 10-yard line. By the way, that was a gain of 25, and it looks like he just threw it up for grabs, but Borchers went and got it. So the Tornadoes in business again, driving. They've had it twice. They've turned it over on downs in Bengal territory, and that is the end of the quarter. Anoka driving. We'll come back. Second down at the 10-yard line. Steve Thompson, Tim Anderson, and our QCTV crew from Bengals Stadium tonight.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
There are the Bengals fans. Good crowd here representing Anoka across the way. Great night for football. Week number 3, number 7 Anoka, 2-0. Blaine 1-1. This is a good old school District 11 rivalry.
Yeah, you bet. And they haven't played in a couple years, so it's kind of fun to see these guys getting back at it.
Rivalry's been around a long, long time. Here come the Tornadoes. Second down and 7, 10-yard line. Switch ends. Now the wind at Peyton Padani's back. And we got a flag to start quarter number 2.
Maybe a delay because, they were slow getting on the field. The Blaine defense was sitting there waiting, and Anoka kind of took their sweet time out of the huddle, and I thought they were going to be under the gun there a little bit, and they were late.
Now it's going to take it back to the 14-yard line. So it'll be second down, 10 yards to go. They can get a first and goal at the 4.
I thought they could have kicked a field goal on that last possession. We talk about leaving points on the field. I wonder if Anoka couldn't have taken that on the last one. We'll see how aggressive they are here.
Padani rolls out, buying time, being chased, gets hauled down from behind. Terrific defensive play. I think that was C.J. Sanderson who ran him down.
Yeah, that was great pursuit by Sanderson. Grabbed him by the jersey and just kind of ripped him down. I don't know if Padani went down with this one right away, but he kind of kept his feet. Yeah, he did. He did keep his feet, but wasn't able to get anything more out of it. It's going to set up third and very long.
So not a great start to quarter number 2, a 5-yard penalty, an 8-yard loss. Now setting up third down and long. Once again, the first down marker at the 4.
Keep your eye on Borchers at the high side, but also a Beckway down here near side, bottom of the screen.
Also on the field, Evan Frecking in the middle of that group. Ban also out there. Padani goes. Borchers caught it and dropped it at the 6-yard line, and Borchers super frustrated.
Yeah, a couple of drops from Borchers tonight, and they are relying on him right now because clearly Padani's got a vibe, feeling like Borchers is going to be open all day. And I think Borchers wanted that first down and started running before he had it. That's the old cardinal sin of the wide receiver position.
So now it's fourth down and 18 from the 22-yard line.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have been able to get the first, but it would have set up fourth and short.
Yeah, gave you tons of options if you're at 4th and 1, 4th and 2. When you're at 4th and 19, not as many plays in the playbook here.
Just underway, quarter number 2. Low snap. Danny grabs it at his ankles. Has time over the middle. Borchers, big hit at the 3-yard line. As the ball got there, he got whacked by Leif Nielsen. And for the 3rd time in the game, Blaine will take over on down.
Yeah, you know, I got to tell you, we've now seen 3 of these from the Tornadoes. You'd love to see some sort of intermediate scoring situation. Could you know, maybe a field goal option in one of these? You'd have liked to have gotten points somewhere. You just feel like you're playing with Fire Scarecrow right now. You got to find a way to finish these drives and cash in. Bengals have got to feel really good about themselves now that they've done it 3 times in a row.
They've started drives at their own 25 and their own 10, and Daniels hands it off. Little running room up the middle for Michael Douglas. He is tackled by Zach Anderson, but he didn't get much.
Yeah, not a whole lot there, but you get 5 on 1st down, and you'll certainly take that. They'd like to get him involved. Now look at this. They move Daniels off on this play. Clearly some maybe a little wildcat, little running thing going here, because I think this is Shaughnessy taking this snap. It's either him or Burnett. I'm trying to see the number.
2nd down and 6, and he's going to run an option near side. It is caught by Torgerson. Torgerson, a little trickery out to the 36-yard line, and a 1st down. That is a gain of 10 for the Bengals.
So yeah, they bring Shaughnessy in on this play because you have to respect the run when he comes on the field, because they ran a ton with him last week. So you got to respect it when he comes in, but then you dump it off, get the nice little play. Daniel stays on the sidelines. Shaughnessy stays in at quarterback.
Sam Shaughnessy, 6'1 junior, 180-pounder, hands it off. This is Douglas left side, gets drilled at the 40-yard line. Big hit laid on by the Tornadoes, but he still gains about 4 on the play.
Yeah, see, when they run this stuff, Steve, they can do tons of this option stuff out of the spread, these read option plays, where Shaughnessy can take it himself and run, or he can pitch it to Douglas and give Douglas some room on the inside.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 40-yard line. Big hit there by Adam Kramer for the Tornadoes. Man goes in motion to the near side, and Shaughnessy's going to tuck it under his arm, get around the block. He's in trouble, and the Tornadoes are going to wrap him up. Shaughnessy did well to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, he definitely made a couple of nice moves there to try to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, and you can see why they like using him, because he's a bit of a weapon, how fast he is, how shifty he is. And now they bring Daniels back in for a 3rd down and 6.
So, Blaine hasn't had a ton of success running the football. They send trips to the near side, one to the far side. Daniels with Douglas to his left, swings it out. Douglas catches 40, has room, 50, down to the 45 and beyond. So they just flipped it out to the left, and Daniels did the rest.
Yeah,
Douglas did the rest.
You got to smell screen right there if you're the Tornadoes. They were coming in full blast, and just a perfectly set up screen by the Blaine Bengals, and Douglas had tons of room to run. Really good play design there, and a good call from Coach Mike Law.
Gain of 17. Bengals move into Tornado territory. Once again into that win, closing in on 9 to go in the half. Man in motion is Plankers from right to left. And now we have a timeout. We have a timeout, Blaine, and that's Mike Law. And the head coach wants to talk about it. He senses an opportunity. And finally, a little mole on offense.
And it comes from just switching things up, using a little misdirection, doing some trickery, some substitution stuff, using Shaughnessy in, I think, a really cool way, right? Bringing him in as a changeup, kind of a gadget play right there. I like that. Definitely gives them a wrinkle, something that they're going to have to think about. Coach Adam Denicky, the defensive coordinator for the Tornadoes, definitely going to have his hands full.
Anoka has moved the ball deep into Blaine territory. They got it as close as the 15 on the opening drive. Second drive, they got it to the 9 before they turned it over on downs. And then, of course, got it as close as the 13-yard line at the end of quarter number 1, and then of course they went reverse to start quarter number 2. So Anoka's left some points on the table early in this one.
It's a USA out on the Blaine side and a Western out on the Anoka side as you take a look. Steve doesn't have a whole lot of Western clothing. Nice play there defensively, but they're going to throw a flag.
Daniels trying to get it over to Torgerson, and is this going to be a hold, or is this going to be a roughing the passer?
I think it's roughing the way Zach Welch is reacting. I think he got to Daniels a little late, and I think that's going to Be a big penalty for the Bengals.
Yeah, we've seen one of those on the Blaine Bengals already, a 15-yarder. By the way, Welch coming in leading the way with 15 tackles, along with Luke Duchesne. We haven't talked a lot about Duchesne so far in this game.
Yeah, we haven't, because they haven't been on the field a ton to make all those plays as of yet. And same thing with Zach Welch. That's the first time we've really called his name. But those outside linebackers for the Anoka Tornadoes have been really a force this year. Defensively, they've been able to bottle up all the running games and really kind of force teams to play left-handed.
We got a final out of the Metro North. Champlain Park moves to 2-1. They shut out the Orioles in Osseo 21-0. That was a 5 o'clock start today. The only other game tonight in the Metro North, Coomer Rapids out at St. Michael Albertville.
I got offsetted penalties.
Oh, offset.
Personal foul on 68 defense and on the offense. Those penalties will offset.
So they get a penalty on 68 of the offense, Gavin Smith, and also Zach Welch. They offset those penalties.
It's called the do-over.
Yeah.
And we did that a lot in my neighborhood as a kid growing up. We'd argue and then, all right, let's just
do it
have
over.
a do-over.
Let's try it again. Take the ball at the top of the key. That's when you called your own fouls. So maybe they are. Is it an offset or not? Well, I guess it isn't.
Yeah, it isn't, because the penalty takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So
there must have been 3 penalties. The
Yeah,
penalty counts
for
first
sure.
on Welch, and then there were offsetting afterward.
9:02 to go in the quarter, scoreless. Blaine on their best drive of the game so far, their 3rd overall tonight. And Daniels is going to hand it off right up the middle. Not much doing for Douglas. Good job by the Tornadoes coming out of the bottom of the pile, Welch. And, Welch has got to be fired up after that big penalty.
Yeah, no question. And one thing about him is they used him a little bit at wide receiver last week, too. He's big, he's strong, and not afraid to be physical. And he's going to play on the edge a little bit, and that sometimes leaves you susceptible to a penalty.
2nd down and 9. Daniels with Douglas standing to his right. And he's going to take it again. Sidestep one tackler. Stay on his feet. Inside the 20, near the 10, before he's finally driven out of bounds. The way it looks, right at the 10-yard line. So Anoka got a hand on him, but that's not enough.
Yeah, he got that nice burst. You thought they had him in the backfield, but Douglas is quick, and he was able to turn the corner. And it's one of those, if he's even, he's leaving. And right there he got even with the corners and linebackers, and he was gone after that.
Gain of 20. 1st and goal, Blaine at the 7-yard line.
Javen Starks looked like he was the one who had the chance for the Tornadoes, but Douglas is big and strong too, and he can shed a tackle, no problem.
New quarterback out there at Sam Shaughnessy. He's already had snaps in the game. Douglas to his right. 2 wide receivers near his side. And this is Douglas, not much, maybe a yard. He got hit at the ankles. Good defensive play there by the Anoka Tornadoes. And I think firing in right at his feet was Aaron Knapp.
Yeah, that was a designed run right there for Douglas, but keep an eye for maybe a little read option stuff here for Shaughnessy. He might be trying to assess the defense, and I wouldn't be surprised if he stays on the field and takes off at some point.
Yeah, and it looks like he maybe only got the line of scrimmage, and then we got a player trotting off the field. That's Abigali.
That's Noor Abigalal right there, senior left guard. They like having him on the field in these spots.
2nd down, so not much doing there. They give him a yard to the 6. 2nd down and goal. And the quarterback is Shaughnessy. And we got flags all over the place.
False start.
Yeah. And we saw Anoka last time get it down close and take a penalty, and now Blaine returns the favor.
Yeah, it shoots yourself in the foot a little bit because it backs you up to the 11-yard line. And again, it kind of takes some of the options out of your hands here. Obviously, if you're Blaine, you can still run the football, no problem. But might force you to pass, and that's why Daniels is back on the field and not Shaughnessy.
So Frank Daniels will have Michael Douglas. He has not left the field. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 out to the left. Low snap. Daniels grabs it. Going to fire it out. It's caught. Plankers. And he's knocked down back at the 11-yard line. Not much doing there. Good defensive play. Luke Alexander tackled him immediately.
Yeah, it's a great open field tackle by Luke Alexander. Plankers is a shifty wide receiver, and when he can go one-on-one, all he's got to do is make one guy miss, and he's probably in the end zone. So that was a big-time tackle from Alexander.
And no gain on the play. And now it's 3rd down and goal from the 12-yard line.
You wonder if you want to try a little fade to the high side here. You got Plankers lining up in the slot up top. We'll see if that's what they're interested in doing.
Daniels looks right all the way, throws toward the pylon off the fingertips of Torgerson, and closing on him again was Alexander.
So they go to the big wide receiver Torgerson right there, who's 6'4", 230, big target on the inside. Not a bad look right there, but they're just off target, and that sets up 4th down.
Well, we saw in warm-up, Plankers will hold. So he could obviously run out of this, and Alvin Payne is going to try the field goal. It'll be a 22-yarder.
Anoka had this opportunity on their second possession, chose not to take it. Mike Law is going to take the opportunity to try to get points.
And now we got a timeout. The spot would be the 19, so a 29-yarder. And now we got a timeout, 6:44 to go, quarter number 2, still scoreless. Once again, Anoka's had opportunities. They've moved down the field, and now Blaine's got an opportunity. And what remains of the Breeze, they're going to try a field goal here.
And we've got 6:44 left to play here in this half, it looks like. And that's so plenty of time here no matter what happens for the Tornadoes. If Blaine can get on the board here, though, and get a 3-0 lead, I think that's a huge confidence booster because Anoka's moved the ball all over the field. And if you're still ahead at the end of all of that, you'd take it if you're Blaine. This is a big kick, though.
Yeah, Godfrey had been doing the kicking the first 2 weeks, but out here to try his first try of the year is Alvin Payne. Once again, Matthew Plankers, the holder, his knee down at the 19. High snap, brought it down the kick line, drive, and I think he snuck it in and over, and he did.
But a flag is down.
Blaine.
Flag is down, so you wonder if they jumped early or if there was some procedure. We want to see what this call is, because, yeah, he did kick it, but it didn't look like the smoothest of operations. But
if it's on Blaine, they'll decline, and they'll take the points.
Encroachment on the defense.
Oh, encroachment defense, yeah.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So they're not going to, are they going to go for it now? Would that change your strategy? I would still take the points. Yeah, I think that's what you could see Coach Law maybe saying that.
Yeah, we're going to decline that. You're not going to take 3 points off the board. And, yeah, Blaine's heading down the field. So 29-yard field goal, sneaks over the crossbar.
Well, hang on, they're going to walk him back here. So hang on a second.
Yeah. Well,
I'd be surprised. I'm with you, Steve. I'd be surprised if they took this, because this is still not a gimme here, even with 5 yards. You're still a 4th down.
4th and goal from the 7-yard line.
I feel like I'd still want to take the 3 and move on.
They're going to let him re-kick.
Why re-kick?
Yeah, I not sure about this. But Plankers will put his knee down, this time at the 14. It'll be a 24-yarder.
I'm kind of baffled.
And this one, much better form, same result.
Interesting. Very interesting. That's not something you see every day, but take it anyway. A good chance for Payne to get another opportunity to kick it through. They get it. Same result. No harm, no foul. Bengals lead 3-0.
Yeah, and a good drive by Blaine. They go 78 yards and gobble up a lot of clock. 5 minutes and 2 seconds to be exact.
They kind of needed that, too, because Anoka held the ball for much of the first quarter. And that gave the defense a nice little breather, gave the offense some confidence, and it got this student section rocking. Our press box is moving up here, Steve.
I'm hanging on. And Blaine, once again on their 3rd possession, it gets a score. They lead at 3-0 here at Bengals Stadium on this Friday night, week number 3. And once again, Payne will kick it off. 2 players back deep. And Beckway on the near side. And on the far side for the Tornadoes, Hibbler.
Both guys very fast, and it looks like it's going to be Kamari Hibbler.
Hibbler at the 16 up the right side, has a little room near the 30. I think he went down at about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Tornadoes start. Couple of things, Borchers, couple of big drops. They have been not able to get it to a Beckway either.
Yeah, he hasn't got a catch yet. And that's credit to Shaughnessy, right? I think he has done a nice job of bottling up Beckway, making it very difficult to get him the ball. And one of the challenges of Beckway, he likes to run it straight down the field. He's great with the go routes. But they're going to try to make Beckway run some precise routes over the middle of the field, and I don't know if that's his strength as of yet.
Anoka, 7 first downs, no points to show for it. Cummings up the middle, quick hitter, 35, powers his way near a first down to the 40-yard line. They had spotted it at the 30, and we'll see where they put his knee down. It will be a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
Boy, I like what they have with Terrell Cummings. He just brings them such a layer, and once again, they go hurry up.
Anoka, maybe a little more run than pass so far. Badani again. Cummings has a first down. Not much more to the 41 before he's wrapped up. He was actually grabbed behind the line of scrimmage. I think it may have been Godfrey back there grabbing him around the hips, but it is a first down for the Tornadoes. 8 in the first half. That's a good number.
Absolutely. They've moved the ball. No question about that. The question is, can they stay off penalties and can they finish drives? So far, that's been the challenge.
Brody Rush back there, play action. Padani rolls to his left, buying time, and then sets it up, throws it over the middle, and I believe it's caught at the 43-yard line, right at the turf, and I think it's Ban who hauls it in, and he did make the catch at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Lucas Godfrey says no, he didn't, but the ref said yes, he did. We can find out for sure right here as Padani rolls out and throwing across the body over the middle. A little dangerous, but that looks like a good catch from Carson Ban.
Gain of 16, not much doing there, and Brody Rush barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Good defense there. Ryland Dickinson, we talked about him before the game. 18 tackles, and he fired in and made it 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, right now the defense for Blaine playing with a lot of energy. You see them responding to every big play they make. Godfrey right there, huge fist pump. I thought he was going to take somebody out.
5 minutes to go, quarter number 2. Tornadoes driving there in Blaine territory again. 4th trip into enemy territory. They swing it out to the left. Quick shot to the outside. That is caught. It is caught by Hibbler. He has a first down and more to the 28-yard line. They just lined Hibbler up, almost a wide receiver screen, and he did the rest.
But the play that makes this work, though, is they took their time setting it up. They didn't just throw it, and it allowed Terrell Cummings to come out and throw the block. If you see that one on replay, which we won't because it's hurry-up offense.
Here's Cummings right up the middle, 25, 23, before he's smothered. So on that wide receiver screen, a gain of 14, and now they pick up 5 on first down to set up 2nd down and 5.
But that's the key to that little wide receiver screen. You need the running back like Cummings to come out and throw that block on the initial defender, and that allowed Hibbler to get the extra yards he needed to make that a big gainer.
Coming up on 4 to go, quarter number 2. Bengals lead at 3-0. Tornadoes on another drive. Badani waiting for a play from the sideline, and now Blaine Bengals want a timeout.
That's all of them now. They're done.
Yeah, Sam Shaughnessy is over on the sideline, and I don't know if they had enough guys on the field. It doesn't look like they have 11 out there.
Yeah, it looked a little short, perhaps. Yeah, take another look at what's going on over, thanks to our friends at CTN Sports. Coon Rapids off to a nice start tonight against STMA. 21-3 at the moment, and obviously they've got the hot shot wide receiver, but they got tons of speed and offensive talent over there.
Yeah, and St. Michael Albertville looking at squarely at 0-3 out of the gate. And we mentioned Champlain Park got the W at Osseo. The Rebels now 2-1 after losing their opener. They had that huge win over Maple Grove. They roar back, beat the Crimson, the defending 6A champ, and then they shut out the Orioles.
It's been an impressive little run here from Champlain after losing that battle for the paddle. They've bounced back and have a couple of nice wins. Very impressive work. And again, we liked a lot of the pieces they had.
2nd down and 5, 24-yard line. Padani, the quarterback. And the running back again, Brody Rush, a ninth grader. He'll split out to the right, take the swing pass, catch it on the run, 20, and then dance out of bounds near the 16-yard line. Nice little play, and the Bengals weren't expecting that.
A different little wrinkle adding Brody Rush into this rotation, and it seems like he comes in a lot when they cross the 30-yard line. So they must really like to use him in these packages. But that was the first time they kind of threw it out to him in the flat. Worked out nicely. They get the first down.
4 to go, quarter number 2, third and first down of the drive that started at their own 30-yard line. Tornadoes down by 3. Padani hands it off. Here's Rush up the middle, powers his way to maybe the 11-yard line. Good surge, and boy, a ninth grader.
How often do you see a freshman come in a couple games into the season and get big contributions like this on a 2-0 team? But that goes to show you just how young a lot of the star players are on offense for this Anoka team. They like what they have.
Solid gain of 5, second down and 5. Padani with Rush to his right. Over on the far side is Borchers. Straight back looking Borchers, and he got slammed into near the goal line. No call. They just flat out knocked him down. He wasn't able to run the route. And Leif Nielsen is saying, I didn't do anything.
Well, it was maybe a little rub. He ran into me. What do you want me to do? I'm trying to cover my ground here in the zone.
Third down. No flags.
Which will, of course, probably get Coach Bo a hair exasperated.
Yeah, and that was one of those where he maybe had a beef. We'll see it right here. I mean, he just ran in and.
Well, it looked in it to me. It didn't even look like it looked like Borchers kind of ran into him right there.
Yeah, like he almost said, "All right, I'm going to just stand here," and probably a good no call. Third down, a long 5 at the 11-yard line. Padani in trouble, scrambles out of there. He throws toward the end zone. It is caught at the 1-yard line. Going up and getting it, Brody Rush. What a catch.
What a catch, and what a play by Padani to keep that play alive. The one thing about Peyton Padani that I think, he's got a number of strengths. One of his strengths is he keeps plays alive, he keeps his eyes downfield, and he doesn't panic. That is a great example of that right there. He looked totally calm under pressure and was able to find Brody Rush. A really nice play, first and goal. I wonder if this will be the Cummings show right here, if he's on the field. It's not. He's not on the field for this play. It's Zach Welch.
It is Welch standing to the left of Padani. There is an H-back. Welch, nothing doing. He lost 2, maybe 3 yards. That was blown up by a bunch of players. Nielsen was in the middle of it.
Yeah, Nielsen among others. They smelled that in a minute. Take another look at this play. Watch Padani as he, again, buys time, but look at his eyes. Looking ahead, downfield, and he sees Rush. He even looked off a guy. They keep Welch on the field.
They're going to call it a loss of 2 to the 3-yard line. And out there again is Welch, standing to the right of the quarterback, Padani. Padani looks into the line of scrimmage, scramble to his right, being chased, throws to the end zone, nobody home. It'll set up third down and goal from the 3.
I don't mind that throwaway, though, and that's basically what it was. Just threw it at the feet of the wide receiver, had no intention of completing that pass, but he wasn't going to throw a pick there either. Good play by Peyton Padani, just nothing there. Good defense, good pursuit by the Bengals.
A Beckway will set up near side. A Beckway, no catches so far. That stands out. 4 TDs on the year. Hasn't had a lot of targets in this game.
I like having Welch in, but I would have probably liked Cummings here. You felt like he was getting anything he wanted inside.
So Welch stands to the left of Padani. Padani waiting for that play to come in. He'll take the snap. Straight back, looking over the middle, fires over the middle, behind the intended receiver. Almost picked off back there. On the coverage was Charlie Potvin. And, boy, that would have been a huge play for the Bengals. Now, 4th and goal.
And now they're going to go try to kick it, and they'll probably bring on Veronica Moran for an opportunity here. And she comes in looking to kick.
Ban was the intended receiver, well behind him. Not a great throw by Padani. He was lucky that wasn't intercepted.
So try to square the game up at 3. Here comes the big-time soccer ace, Veronica Moran.
Moran, 20-yarder, near hash. Snap, spot, kick. Hits the upright and goes through, and we're tied.
Oh, that's not what she wanted, but I'll tell you what, it goes in and it counts the same. That was pretty.
It counts 3-3 ball game with 1:55 to go in the half. So the Tornadoes go 70 yards, get a game-tying field goal, and that drive took 4.5 minutes.
Well, Veronica Moran will be mad at herself for that one because she's got a big leg. If you've watched her play some soccer for the Anoka Tornadoes, she plays that center mid position, and she's got a big, strong leg. That time right there, I wonder if she mistimed it. It looked like she started a little early at that thing and maybe wasn't quite ready. But, hey, it goes in. Points are points, and we're all square 3-3 with 1:55 to go in the half.
13 plays, 4:35 time of the drive. Moran's field goal comes with 1:55 remaining, and now the Tornadoes are going to kick it off, and this will be Luke Alexander teeing it up on the near hash, and 2 players back deep for the Blaine Bengals, including Plankers, will be standing at his 13-yard line, and I believe that is Douglas standing at about the 10.
Kind of an odd first half, huh, Steve? 3-3, but the ball's moving all over the yard here. It's incredible.
It's been really entertaining, and we have a 3-3 ball game. They have marched up and down the field. Bengals, Tornadoes renew this rivalry here at Bengals Stadium tonight. Gorgeous weather. And the kick on the way. It'll go to the far side, and it's Plankers at the 15 up the middle of the field. Look out. He gets wrapped up at the 33-yard line. It looked like he had a seam, but he was dragged down by the Tornadoes' Parker Seaman. And now Blaine still has time.
Yeah, they have time, but they have no timeouts. That's the only downer about this. They burned up those timeouts in the second quarter. Anoka still has all 3 timeouts. So if you're Blaine, you got to kind of play this interesting, a little close to the vest maybe, because if you just run, you're going to make Anoka use the timeouts. And if you throw, you save timeouts. Anoka could get the ball back with time and timeouts.
Daniels, the quarterback. Douglas, running back, just to his right. 2 wide receivers out to the left. And they'll give it to Douglas. Not much. Good job by the Tornadoes. A lot of white shirts around that football, and they're certainly fired up. Brennan Smith was in there, and they got a good surge. And nice job by that, D-line for the Anoka Tornadoes. Wimmer, Fields, the Bosny, really done a nice job. They've given up 1 or 2 big running plays, Tim, but beyond that, not bad at all.
Yeah, they've been very impressive, and they work really well together.
2nd down and 8, play action. On the slant, it's caught. Plankers. Big gainer over midfield to about the 49-yard line. That's just a quick slant over the middle, and he hit him.
Yeah, that's a timing route, and it was a dime from Frank Daniels. Perfect throw, split the defense perfectly. Plankers having a great first half.
Gain of 15, 1st down and 10, Blaine. Under a minute to go for second quarter. They'll swing the pass out to the right. It is caught by Douglas. Douglas still on his feet as a 1st down. It appears inside the 40-yard line. He goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
That is twice they've been able to run that screen and make it effective. Good job by the Bengals. If you're the Tornadoes, you got to know that. You got to keep Douglas in front of you and keep him in bounds. You didn't do either that time, and Douglas, really good running from Michael Douglas to get that 1st down and get out of bounds. Really good stuff.
Gain of 11, second 1st down in a row. Bengals on the move, 51.4 to go. Plankers in motion to the left. Here's Daniels, sets up, goes back to the right. Jump ball, picked off by the Tornadoes. This could go deep into Bengal territory. On the run, Alexander sidesteps a tackler, goes in for the touchdown. No flags, Anoka grabs a 9-3 lead.
Oh my goodness, a reversal of fortune in just an epic proportions. Daniels throws it into what looks like triple coverage. A great read by Alexander, and when he made that pick, there was just nobody in front of him because he's throwing it to the side of the field where all the jerseys weren't. And it was a wide open run to the house for Alexander. Huge defensive play for the Tornadoes.
Wow. And now the extra point try for Moran. She already has a field goal in the game. That came a moment ago. And now we get a timeout on the field. Tornadoes are going to take a timeout, but let's take a look at this pick. and he just went up.
Daniels just kind of floated it because pressure was coming. I think he wanted to throw that a second earlier than he wanted to, but there was nothing but white jerseys. And Alexander's running full speed, but then watch him slow down and wait for the block to set up. And that was the thing that sprung him. Give Zach Welch the credit there. Zach Welch runs the play, doesn't give up on it, makes the big block, and that allows Alexander to get in.
73-yard pick six for Luke Alexander, the 6', 160-pound senior. And the Tornadoes have an extra point pending. Huge play in this game. And once again, Moran on to try the extra point. Snap, spot, kick, line drive. Missed it left.
Yeah, kind of pulled it. This time I think her timing was different because she didn't want to do what she did on the last one. And when she did that, I think she just kind of hooked it left.
9-3 Anoka after the Alexander pick six. And Blaine was marching down the field.
Yep, they were moving. They got into plus territory. They were at the 38-yard line. Again, good pressure, though, on Daniels. That, I think, forced that pick. You could see that they were ready to hit him. Daniels had to let that ball go and just threw it into the triple coverage. That was good zone defense, once again, by the Tornado secondary. And I wonder if Daniels saw something that he wasn't supposed to on that one, maybe.
Second pick of the year by Daniels. It is a big one. Anoka now up 9-3. Blaine will get it back, but as Tim pointed out, no timeouts. 36 seconds to go in the quarter. And the guy who had the pick six touchdown, Luke Alexander's on the field to kick it off. And what a dynamic play. 73 yards on that interception. And a terrific run as well.
Yeah, and it kind of, you feel like you stole one back there if you're Anoka. You feel like you got shut down on some of those drives where you turned it over on downs, but then you get the pick six, and that sometimes can offset things. Nice job by the Tornadoes, and they're hoping to go to the half with the lead.
And Alexander will boot it in the air, far side. They're going to try and get it in the hand of Plankers. He has it at the 18, and he's going to be decked after a very short return at about the 21-yard line. Terrific coverage by the Tornadoes down there. Jaden Fox.
Yeah, by design right there. They have Alexander kick it to the far side. They stack their kickoff that way. And they force, there's just no chance to set anything up over there if you're the Bengals, and he got boxed in, did Plankers. It wasn't like the last one where he had the middle seam. That time he was stuck.
Here comes Daniels again, the running back, Douglas. We'll see how Mike Law, the head coach, will give it to Daniels up the middle, and he is stacked up. Very short gain. Good job by that Tornadoes front again. That was Chamberlain, I believe.
I think they're going to be content to go ahead and take this to the half. They're not going to throw this. They may line up and run it, but I'd be surprised. I wonder if they would just be content to sit on this, but maybe not.
Somehow he got 2, 2nd down and 8. 5 seconds remaining, and Daniels isn't going to snap it. That'll do it.
What a wild half, Steve. Wild half. For a 9-3 game, it's about as wild as it gets.
Yeah, a couple of field goals and then that big pick six by Alexander. And Anoka leads at Blaine 9-3. Steve Thompson, Tim Anderson, our great QCTV crew from Bengal Stadium. Stick around for our halftime report and, of course, the third quarter here on QCTV.
QCTV is proud to announce award recognition for 2022, including 10 Telly Awards, and 2 ACM Hometown Media Awards. QCTV is dedicated to providing high-quality content for our community. We are grateful for the support, and we look forward to another exciting year here at QCTV.
how Anoka became the Halloween capital of the world. Way back in 1920, we had a lot of kid issues, tipping over cows, they were taking apart wagons.
Buckwheat, you go in the kitchen and get all the knives and the daggers and ditch them. Porky, you go to the bathroom and get all the poisons and done. Okie doke.
And the town came together to create this diversion of naughty behavior into what we now have, 100 plus years festival. Those who say we proclaim it, thank you for making that statement, but it's not true. We are. Harry Blair went to Washington, D.C. as a 12-year-old. I mean, can you imagine that? 12 years old, Washington, D.C., and wants a declaration made, a proclamation made that acknowledges we are. So he did, and here we are. We actually have that document in our gift store, which is located on 2nd Avenue. And so here we are enjoying a wonderful town, a wonderful festival, and it's over 100 years old. My name is Liz McFarland. I currently was the past president for Anoka Halloween and now am a volunteer. I just remember being here when I was 5 years old and seeing my first parade and then marching in it. You know, you don't realize that everybody isn't in a parade and how special that is until you become an adult and can kind of step back and look at how awesome your town is. So, you know, step back 100 years, we've got this parade going on with kids. 100 plus years later, we still have our kiddie parade, the big parade of little people. We also have added a night parade, and then we have the Grand Day parade. So we've started one parade, we're into 3 parades. In the 60s, we acquired Miss Anoka from the Chamber of Commerce, and that turned into Halloween ambassadors. So we've got parades, a coronation, then we get into years of bingos, movie nights, pumpkin way off, pumpkin bowl, which is the huge kickoff for a festival. The high school has things come and go, but ultimately we surround them with a family-friendly focus for Halloween. It's all about the kids. It started with the kids and it continues with the kid mindset. It's not done without the volunteers. We have this great city that supports us. You know, they're kind of the host for this whole event. But ultimately, it's a separate organization. It's a separate nonprofit that has provided this entertainment for everyone to attend. We hold on to our 100-year tradition with a lot of pride, and I want to see it continue on with the best efforts and thoughts of what is good for the city, what is good for the kids, and how do you maintain a healthy volunteer nonprofit organization. I hope and wish for the town of Anoka to continue a parade in whatever fashion it is, 1, 2, 3 of them, whatever it is, that we see another 100 years of the longest running parade in our state.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
The Rum River Tunnel right next to City Hall is getting a new design, and everyone in the community is invited to leave their mark. The City of Anoka received a grant from the Metro Regional Arts Council to bring community art back to the city. Local artists assembled to organize, collaborate, and brainstorm ways to get the community involved to lend a hand with this great project. So now every Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. is the set time for the community mural painting, right next door to the Rockin' on the Run concert series in Riverfront Memorial Park. I met up with 2 of the artists involved to learn more about this great effort to revise the mural in Anoka.
Yeah, so kind of making it like a mix. Yes, I try to mix it right on the wall. Awesome. I work for Rum River Arts Center, and I'm kind of the coordinator between us artists and the city of Anoka. Part of the grant was to involve the community, so every Wednesday, starting today on June 21st from 5 to 7, a few of us artists that are painting will be here to engage the community and let them leave their mark in the tunnel.
I really love collaborating, and this whole project has been about collaborating. We've been meeting for months and figuring out like how each piece might fit together, and so on a broader scale we've all been sort of working that way as artists and figuring out how they'll blend. But then my son is also an artist, he's 7, and helped me paint the rock art and mural as well, and it was just kind of magical to have their touch added in there. I'm probably going to work it in different ways. It might not look exactly how they did it, but I'm interested in having the community sort of, add their touch and feel like they're a part of it. Even adding the fishermen's catches is, kind of making the community feel like they're a part of the experience.
The last tunnel mural lasted for 10 years, so there is a high expectations for this one to last even longer. So keep an eye out for the artist painting throughout the summer, and make sure to take advantage each Wednesday to leave your mark in the mural before it's too late. And as this is happening simultaneously with the Anoka concert series and farmers market right next door, there will never be a shortage of ways to get involved with the community this summer.
Here in Ramsey since 2018, so we're just over 5 years old. Total square footage is 56,000 square feet. Our middle area where our bathrooms and office eats up about 3,000 square feet. So our actual usable space is about 52 to 53,000 square feet that we are actually in use. So the facility was definitely built to maximize the usable space because we got to give every square inch to those people that are coming in to use it. In general, the idea of the facility is to accommodate youth activities. That's what the building was built for, is to provide, especially in the wintertime, the space needed for basketball, soccer, lacrosse, basically any type of sports training.
Adrenaline Sports Center in Ramsey features 3 70 by 170 new turf fields as well as 3 50 by 75 sports courts, big enough to welcome all sports.
And then events. The event side of our business is definitely taken off now, where we are filling up a pretty good chunk of May through October with events. We do everything from smaller craft shows. We host the Ramsey Business Expo. All those are, 400 or 500 people with like 50 to 60 vendors. We'll probably do more than 20 total events here in 2023.
Field and court availability varies throughout the year, and rentals for more than 2 hours are welcome as long as they fit into the schedule. Pricing depends on the day, time, and spaces needed.
A lot of our big users, our association users, are multi.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
And welcome back to Bengals Stadium in Blaine. Anoka visiting tonight. The Tornadoes ranked number 7, coming in 2-0. Blaine 1-1. This is a good old school District 11 rivalry that's renewed here in 2023. And these teams were scoreless after one. Blaine grabbed a 3-0 lead after a 24-yard field goal attempt. Anoka answered back, getting a field goal of their own, and then a pick six by Luke Alexander, missed extra point, 9-3 Tornadoes.
Yeah, it was a very interesting half of football. You normally look at the scoreboard and you see 9-3 and you're like, oh, defensive stalemate. Not really. I mean, the defenses did a nice job to kind of keep teams off the scoreboard, but Anoka moved the football up and down the field in the first half. Blaine had a couple of nice possessions where they moved the ball up and down the field. And it was a couple of penalties, a couple defensive plays, maybe some missed opportunities. And that's why we have 9-3 right now as we head into the third quarter. Still anybody's game, but if you're Anoka, that pick six had to be just what the doctor ordered heading into the half.
Yeah, Anoka drove it deep into Blaine territory, but it come up empty. But they get the field goal, and then they get that pick six and have a 9-3 advantage. Another thing, the balance. Anoka run pass. First two games, they were throwing it a ton.
They were throwing it a ton, and they were running it with Mossman a lot. Tonight, no Mossman. They were using Terrell Cummings a ton, and Brody Rush, the young freshman, who have been making some big plays, especially on that drive where they got the field goal. Rush made a couple big carries, a couple big catches. But I think what they're getting with Terrell Cummings is working. He's a big power back. He's getting up the middle with speed, big push. And I think they're seeing something they like, and that's why there's a little more balance tonight from the Tornadoes.
See the Tornado student section?
The Western out,
yeah,
as we mentioned. No, I don't have any Western wear. Neither do you, Steve, obviously, I don't think. I don't know if you own a cowboy hat.
No. I own a desert hat, but it's not a cowboy hat. All right, here we go. Anoka with the lead. They'll kick it off to
Could
start.
Be a good look on you, though. You ever think about that?
There are very few things that are a good look on me. Blaine's got two men back deep. Matthew Planker's far side, near side. Michael Douglas to return. And to kick it off, Mr. Pick Six, Luke Alexander, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Hardly a breeze here as we start quarter number 3. It is in the air, and it is Plankers at the 13-yard line. He sidesteps a tackler and pushes his way to the 30-yard line. That's where Blaine will start, 1st and 10.
We saw some interesting wrinkles from Blaine in the first half, and I thought they actually got some momentum when they were moving Shaughnessy in and out of the lineup with Daniels, creating some read option looks, creating some passing situations. I wonder how much they'll go to that now that they're trailing in the game versus a tie game or a 3-0 lead.
The Tornadoes have done a good job on Douglas. Hasn't had a lot of running room in this game. He had a run out to the far side to get it into the red zone, but beyond that, play action Douglas. And that one over the head of the intended receiver. And the intended receiver was Prince Day, and that was at about the 40-yard line. And Daniels a little too much on that.
Yeah, a little too much because he was flat-footed when he threw it. He didn't really step into that ball. He took the little two-step drop out of the shotgun and just sort of flat-footed fired that thing. Try to say that 5 times, and it went over the head of Prince Day.
So we'll go 2nd down and 10. Once again, Daniels at quarterback. And Douglas to his right. 2 wide receivers split out to the right side.
Anoka showing some pressure.
Plankers goes in motion. Fake the handoff. Here's Douglas trying the right side. Little running room as he bounces it further to the outside. Tornadoes string it out, but he still found a way to gain 8 on the play over there. As the Tornadoes just kind of kept pushing it out. Zach Anderson was over there, and they did what you're supposed to, string it out, wait for help.
Yeah, good play there by the Tornadoes just to keep it to a minimal. That was actually a good play call to get Douglas out of that middle of the line. Get him to the outside where I think he's been successful. His best plays have been screen passes where he's been out on the perimeter.
So Douglas to the right of the quarterback. Daniels, 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Pitch to Daniels. Nothing doing. He's going to lose yards. Back to the 36-yard line. Terrific pursuit by that Tornadoes defense. Carter Nabosny and others.
Yeah, I don't always love that little option pitch when it's east-west like that. Seems like Douglas is a stronger north-south runner. I want to try to get him into open space as quickly as possible. That time, Zach Welch blew that up quickly, and Torgerson wasn't able to get him off of that, and it allowed the Tornadoes to collapse and make the play. Nice play on that one, number 54, sneaking up. That's Carter Nabosny.
Lucas Godfrey waiting to punt. Tornadoes sit back. High punt. Ban will let it go and telling everybody to get away, and it is touched at the 35-yard line, and down there to cover Ben Lyons for the Blaine Bengals. And Anoka will start 1st and 10. They lead at 9-3, 10:28 to go, 3rd quarter.
Mission accomplished on that first defensive series for the Tornadoes. You get 3 and out. You get your offense on the field. Got to really like the way the defense has played this year for the Tornadoes. They have done a fantastic job. Adam Deneke and his side of the defensive coaching staff really doing some great work.
If you're wondering, first 3 and out for either team in the football game. We'll call it the Anoka 36-yard line for first down and 10. 10:28 to go. Peyton Padani, the quarterback. Darrell Cummings, the running back. Abekwe, and here's Cummings right up the middle. Good surge, 8, maybe 9 out to the 45-yard line. Following that offensive line, they just go right up the gut on Blaine.
Slightly different look from the Tornadoes that time. They go pistol with Padani about 3 yards deep in sort of a mini shotgun, and Cummings playing behind. Normally the running back flanks the quarterback, as you see more on this play coming up. That time they go pistol, change things up.
They get it to Abekwe on the edge, and he has a little running room over midfield and a Tornado first down. So his first catch, it just wide receiver screen him.
Sometimes that's what it takes. The way Shaughnessy has blanketed him, they haven't been able to get Abekwe the ball down the field. So what do? You throw a little smoke route to him, and you give him a chance to run in the open space.
Gain of 7, first down Tornadoes, up 9-3. Here's Padani, and the running back Cummings behind him. He'll take the handoff. Good room up the middle, 45, 43-yard line before he's tripped up. But they're getting good movement up front from this old line. Joe White, Mason Brent, Logan Burns, Andrew Kriz, and Max Knudsen. Nice job.
Yeah, they are doing a great job up front on the Tornado offensive line. And Cummings, again, he doesn't dance in the backfield. He is full steam when he hits the line of scrimmage. And he's able to get that big push from the offensive line. They reestablished the line of scrimmage 3 yards ahead.
Well, they get it down near the 42-yard line. Officially, second down and 4. Padani to his left, flag fly. This will be a hold.
A flag on the play.
100% of the time, that's a hold.
Absolutely. They run play action with Brody Rush that time, and Blaine wasn't buying it. And there was just nowhere for Padani to go. Lineman felt like the ball had to come out right there. That looked like it was going to be a quick route.
Number 72, 10 yards from the previous spot.
You wonder how much of that, Steve, is on the quarterback and on the lineman, right? Because you wonder if that one had to get released quicker, and because Padani held on to the ball a little bit longer, the lineman felt he had to hold.
So they're going to take that all the way back into Anoka territory to the 47-yard line.
That was on sophomore Mason Brent that time on the hold.
Second down, 14 yards to go. Straight back, Padani sets up a screen. It's caught by Rush. Rush has it back and a little more down to the Blaine 43-yard line. Well-designed play. And how about the 9th grader, Brody Rush?
Boy, I have been super impressed with Brody Rush because he doesn't play like a freshman at all. He looks like he's big enough to run with these guys, and he's got speed. But again, look at the patience of this run. He doesn't go full speed until he sees he's got a block, and that allows him to get the extra couple of yards.
Gain of 10. Third down 4 for the Tornadoes, just into Blaine territory. Padani straight back. Sends it out. Abekwe catches it at the 38, but there's a flag and another penalty on Anoka, and that'll be a 5-yard procedure call.
Snap. False start on the offense. Number 17.
Yeah, that's going to be a wide receiver jumping early, too, and just no excuse for that for Carson Ban. You just have to look at you got to watch the ball. You don't have to leave early.
Back to the 48-yard line. Still third down and doable. 9 yards to go. They need to get it to the 39. They sit at the Bengal 48-yard line. Their opening drive of the quarter, they lead at 9-3. It has been a very entertaining football game, even though it's a 9-3 game in the third.
And Anoka feels like this is their possession. They need to score here, put some heat on Blaine.
Blitz comes, Padani rolls out, does a great job. He's going to tuck it under his arm and scramble out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, setting up fourth down and decision time for the Tornadoes.
I don't think it's a decision at all if you know Coach Bo Wasserich. I think they go for it here, and I think they will go for it.
Fourth down.
But you got what you needed there if you're Padani. You set up a 4th down in like 2 or 3, and that gives you lots of plays, lots of choices here if you're Anoka to see what you want to do.
Cummings, a running back. Band goes to the left. In the slot on the near side, Borchers. Straight back, looking left, over the middle. The slant caught by Band, and that's enough for a first down to the 36-yard line. He was tackled immediately on the play by Potvin, but not until he moved the sticks.
He threw that right into a tight window. Take a look at this. This is a beautiful little route by Band over the middle, but that had to be perfect, and it was.
Cummings left side, a push inside the 35 to maybe the 34-yard line before he stacked up. Gains maybe 3 on the play, is second down.
And Coach Wasserich continuing to kind of keep the freshman in, doing a little tag team wrestling here between Cummings and Brody Rush. Cummings is kind of the bruiser on first down and second down, and then they bring in Rush as sort of this change of pace back.
Getting the play in, Padani. Play action, sets up in the middle, and now swings it out to the left. It is caught. And first catch of the game over there for P.J. Wasserich, the tight end.
He's kind of a forgotten guy sometimes in this passing game, but Wasserich's kind of a guy that I think they could do more stuff with. I'd like to see them get him more involved in the passing game. That time it was just sort of a safety valve for Padani as he was looking downfield the whole way, had to settle for what was there.
He does a tremendous job of buying time and not panicking.
Yeah, he is throw first. He is not going to just put his head down and start running. He wants to throw.
Third down, long 4. They need the 28-yard line. Padani straight back. Over the middle again, and nothing doing good. Defense by the Blaine Bengals. Terrific play over there by Leif Nielsen. We've called his name a lot. He read that beautifully.
Yeah, that was a slow developing screenplay right there. Took forever. And look at this lollipop by Padani as he had to loft it over the defense and just nowhere to go. And we're back to 4th down and 5. And you know they're going to go for it here because if Bo Wasserich has to punt, he usually needs to go take a shower afterwards. He just feels dirty and wrong.
4th down, 5 yards to go. Wasserich to the sideline. Coming onto the field is Hibbler. Hibbler's going to join Abekwe over on the far side. Split out way to the near side as Borchers. They're going to go toward Abekwe in the pylon. No. Well, they took a shot, and it falls incomplete. And the Tornadoes turn it over on downs. They did that 3 times, 2 in the first quarter, 1 to start quarter number 2. 4th time in the game they've turned it over on downs.
I must say, I'm just never a fan of that on 4th down, trying to get it all right there. It's a 5-yard play. You just got to go move the chains. You can take that shot on 1st down if you can pick up the first, right? That's still going to be there for you on the outside. They thought they had a step with a Beckway, but that has to be perfect. And that time, Padani led him way too much, and they turn it over on downs. A big bullet dodge by Blaine.
And they're going to hand it off. Douglas tries the right side. Not much doing. A good job again by the Tornadoes to flow that way and make the play. Zach Anderson was there. But that all starts with the play of the D-line.
Yeah, they are not getting pushed back by that Blaine offensive line. And really, you're playing this 3-4. So you're asking Fields and DeBosny and Wimmer to hold up those 3-4 guys on the interior, and they're doing a great job. Those linebackers barrel in and make those plays.
Shaughnessy's in. He's going to keep it and run it up the middle. Have some room over the 40 to maybe the 41-yard line, setting up 3rd down and short. So Shaughnessy faked the handoff to Douglas and went up the gut.
Yeah, it's not really like an RPO thing. It's simply an RO. It's a read option right there. Shaughnessy's probably not going to pass, but you can see how he kind of watches it, and then he tucks it and keeps it himself as he eyeballs the defense shifting one way or the other.
Gain of 8. 3rd down, short 2 yards to go. They need to get it just over the 42. And Shaughnessy takes a snap off his left hip, falls down. Break for the Tornadoes, and he was just pounced on. And that was maybe the easiest tackle Carter Nabozny's ever going to make. Look at this. Nabozny just falls on him.
Yeah, kind of a weird little slip there. Maybe hit some of that white paint at the yardage marker, and it took down Shaughnessy. And that sets up 4th down, which I think will bring Godfrey on to punt.
Lost 3 on the play, so the Tornadoes get a stop. Another 3 and out for Blaine, second in a row. Here to start the quarter, under 5 to go in this third. And the snap comes back to Godfrey. High, short kick. The Tornadoes told to get away. And Ban watches it go out of bounds on the far sideline. And Anoka will have it in very good field position. 1st and 10 over the 35-yard line.
I'm trying to figure out if I love the quarterback switching in and out. It's an interesting wrinkle that Coach Law is bringing in here for the Bengals. But, Steve, I mean, what do you think? Do you like the idea of Daniels staying in there and maybe throwing and just running the offense, or do you like this change-up with Shaughnessy?
Yeah, if he's coming off an injury and trying to get into the rhythm of the game, maybe not a bad idea. That, you know, we have no idea if he's 100% in game shape. But nevertheless, second 3 and out. Tornadoes at their own 37. Not much doing. And I believe that was the youngster Brody Rush. No, that was Cummings. Terrell Cummings took the carry but didn't get much off the left side.
You know, the one thing we've seen with Coach Wasserich and this Tornado team over the years during his tenure, they like throwing on first down, but tonight, a lot of running on 1st and 10. Very different.
They lead at 9-3 on the road. Of course, their first 2 wins coming at Goodrich Field and Anoka. 2nd down and 8. Peyton Padani, a good solid game. Padani takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He's got a little running room over the middle, still on his feet. First down, may have put the ball on the ground, but it looked like it may have slipped out, but just enough for a first down at the 48-yard line.
We got a Blaine Bengal down in the backfield. He might have got hit as Padani was trying to make the turn. That might be Godfrey. I'm not really sure. I want to see that number. It looks like a 5 first, though. It might be a cramp in the calf, it looks like, or the ankle. They're kind of looking and stretching him out.
It is a gain of 9 on the play, and they do move the sticks and get it to the 48-yard line. By the way, thanks so much for joining us on QCTV and North Metro TV tonight. Steve Thompson, Tim Anderson, our great QCTV crew on a perfect night for football.
Boy, just can't beat it, can you? Gosh,
it is.
It's been good. Good week in general. I like a little cooler. Give me 65. Let me have fall for longer than 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, let me enjoy some 65, a little overcast. We had some rain this morning, Steve. Gosh, it was so nice.
Well, and I know you like to play golf, and the turf is perfect. And a lot of people put their sticks away after Labor Day.
No.
So if you like to play golf, this is the time of year to do it.
Yeah, the conditions are perfect right now.
Yeah.
I mean, get out there and get after it. I'm getting after it tomorrow morning, Steve.
Where are you going to play?
I got a round at Bull Rush in Rush City. I love that course, although the routing is weird.
Nice. Well, enjoy. Looks like the weather's going to be good. We got a great night here. The Tornadoes, the Bengals from Blaine, 3:52 to go, third quarter. Anoka leads at 9-3, the difference in the game. Luke Alexander's 73-yard pick 6 late in the second quarter. Anoka up 9-3, and they're driving. First down and 10. Junior Peyton Padani, 6'3".
Good to see Godfrey getting off on his own power, but still hobbling as he heads over to the trainer table. They like having him on the field. Hopefully they can get him back out there at some point. He's a big part of their defense.
Carson Band shifts with P.J. Wasrick. They're ready to go. Low snap, bobbled for a moment. Padani has time. Rolls to his right, still looking downfield, and then gives it up, throws it behind Wasrick, and it'll be a second down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, that play, the timing is off. When that ball hits the ground on the snap, everything changes. The timing's got to be perfect, and that time things got out of whack quickly. Padani had to scramble, try to buy some time. Got a good block from Terrell Cummings on the backside of this, but just not enough to make this work. Threw it behind Wasserich here, but again, what I like about Padani is his eyes are always forward. Always looking ahead to try to see if there's anything out there he can go get.
2 to the near side, that is Ban, and that is Borchers. Straight back, Padani moves to his right, being chased. He's going to run, get it over midfield before he's shoved out of bounds into the Blaine bench. Gained a few, it'll set up 3rd down and 5. No one open downfield. Good coverage by Blaine.
Yeah, good coverage by Blaine, and I like the fact that Padani now is deciding, you know what, instead of forcing something down there, I'm just going to run and get what I can get. That's a couple, 3 or 4 times now in this half he's done that, And in the first half, you didn't really see him do that. He was always trying to throw, and I still think he is always trying to throw, but at least now he's saying, okay, I can get 5. Let me go get 5.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Blaine, 47-yard line. Ball in the near hash. Hibbler and Borchers here on the near side. Cummings is the running back to the left to the quarterback, Padani. He'll sprint out to his left, throw it left, and coming back to catch it and dancing out of bounds over there is...
That's Avi.
Yeah, that was a Beckway. A Beckway's second catch of the game is for a first down, and he came back to the ball.
Getting him involved, and he had open space right there, which is a surprise. That's not something the Blaine has been allowing most of the night, but a Beckway in open space downfield, giving Padani a chance to find him. That's a big play there for the Tornadoes.
Gain of 10 on the dot, first down and 10 Anoka. They're up by 6 here in the third quarter. 3:30 to go as he stepped out of bounds. Man goes in motion, that is Hibbler. And he's going to get the swing pass. That's a lateral. It is an option pass down the field. Borchers a catch at the 11. And he's going to be wrestled down near the 5-yard line. So they swing it out. Lateral to Hibbler. Hibbler hit Borchers. First and goal, Tornadoes.
They ran that in week 1 with Evan Frecking, and Frecking, the backup quarterback, made the touchdown throw. This time they go with Kamari Hibbler, who's not the guy you would expect on this play, but a nice throw from Kamari Hibbler, wide open, hits the receiver. They get first and goal.
It is at the 6-yard line, 31-yard gain. A Beckway out to the left, Van out to the left as well. Cummings, the running back. Padani looks to the bench. Gets a play. First and goal. Play action. Padani toward the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Tornadoes. Charlie Hendrickson.
6'3" junior. He hasn't been on the field a ton. I had a sneaky feeling they were going to look his way because he's a big target. And because he hadn't been on the field much of the game, you thought this is the package for him. And a nice throw from Padani.
6-yard touchdown pass. Tornadoes extend their lead to 15-3 with 2:49 to go. And now an extra point try pending. No, the Tornadoes are going to line up and go for 2. Coming up under center is Luke Alexander, and he's going to try to get to the goal line. He doesn't. 2-point try fails. And Anoka leads at 15-3.
They run that one quite a bit. It's always a little hit and miss if they can get that 2-point conversion. Kind of surprised there. I thought they'd just take the extra, but trying to go for 2 and make up for that missed extra point. Take a look at that touchdown pass. And again, Padani throws it up. It's a jump ball for your big 6'3" wide receiver. Why not do that? Really good play call right there from Coach Bo Wasserich, and a good execution from the Anoka Tornado offense.
So that drive takes a little under 2 minutes. And it goes 7 plays and 73 yards.
The big play, of course, being the lateral pass, wide receiver pass from Kamari Hibbler. Set things up beautifully that time. Tornadoes get their first offensive touchdown of the night after being shut down so many times on turnover on downs plays.
Yeah, they had a pretty good drive on their opening drive of the third quarter, starting at their own 36. Getting down to the Blaine 32-yard line before turning it over on downs. But they get it into the end zone, and they're 15 points unanswered. They fell behind 3-0. And now they're going to kick it off. And Luke Alexander, who had the first touchdown of the game on a 73-yard pick 6 at quarter number 2, will kick it off for Anoka. And he'll kick it into the air, and this is going to be Douglas at the 22. Douglas will try the right side. They're trying to get a wall established on the 35. Picks his way to maybe the 39-yard line. And Blaine needs points.
Tornadoes did a good job of closing on that because I thought there was some room for Douglas on the outside the way he turned that upfield. He caught that with a full head of steam. And you're right. The Bengals do need some points here. They need a good drive. It's been a little hit and miss with Frank Daniels tonight coming off the injury. He's thrown some beautiful passes, but he's also sailed some. He's led his receivers over the top. He's missed some targets. So it's been a little bit inconsistent at the quarterback position tonight. And he needs a drive where he can get some good confidence building throws.
Tornadoes have done a good job against Douglas. Play action, swing it out. Behind Plankers. Is that a lateral?
Nope,
the Anoka bench thought maybe it was, but it was a forward pass from Daniels, but well behind Plankers.
Yeah, this is what you want, a high percentage throw for your quarterback here. You give him one. This is one you should be able to make right there if you're Frank Daniels, but he throws it behind Plankers, and that just throws everything off. Plankers had no chance that time.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the far hash. They're trying to get something going offensively. Camden Lighthizer split out to the near side. Torgerson in motion. They have trips now to the left. They're going to toss sweep. Here's Douglas. Douglas trying to get to the edge, and the Tornadoes string it out. And that was read beautifully, and firing in there defensively for the Anoka Tornadoes into the backfield. I believe that was Meyer.
Yeah, Austin
he
Meyer.
almost tripped him up deep in the backfield.
But what he did do by doing that is he allowed Zach Welch to hold that edge on the outside, and Welch was able to go and make the wrap-up tackle. That starts with Meyer forcing him further back, and then Welch is able to close the door. Good gap integrity by the Tornadoes.
Third down and 14. Daniels back. Scrambles to his right, being chased. Throws on the run. Man wide open. That is Plankers with room down the sideline. Shoved out of bounds inside the 15 near the 10-yard line. Big play for the Bengals.
Yeah, they got the Tornadoes fooled on something because there was a missed assignment and two wide open Blaine Bengals. And Daniels throws a good ball here. Watch him keep this play alive as he scrambles to the far side and just sort of lets it go. But look at how wide open Plankers is as he's able to sneak past to Beckway, who's playing on defense.
43-yard gain. First down and 10 at the 12. Daniels slings it to the left, caught by Douglas, and Douglas tackled almost immediately, but his forward momentum takes him to about the 7-yard line. He was grabbed by Alexander, but a huge gainer there.
That was a bit of a high throw from Daniels. You wonder if he hits Douglas in stride, if Douglas is able to get to the outside and get himself a chance at the end zone, but still, get a completion, you pick up 5 yards, you set up second and manageable. Here come the Bengals here late in the third.
Daniels, the quarterback. Douglas to his right. Man goes in motion as Plankers. Douglas up the middle. Nothing doing. And he was hit down low by, that may have been in the backfield. Is that Lean?
Might be. I was trying to get the number on that one. Good play there.
Or Knapp. We might see a play, but Douglas may have lost.
Could have been Nabosny there, too, on the inside.
Back to the 9-yard line. They can get a first down at the 3. Man goes in motion, and that is Plankers. Rolling out. Pass. Douglas touchdown. Daniels to Douglas. Well-designed play.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a shed play right there because he was met. Aaron Knapp met Douglas as he came out of it, shed the block there, and just decided he was coming after the quarterback, and that allowed a nice little pitch play, almost an option from Daniels to Douglas, and Douglas able to get the touchdown. Big score for the Bengals, and they're going to get an extra point here, a chance to get this to within 5.
Yeah, 61-yard drive, and they absolutely needed it. Down 15-9, extra point pending. Alvin Payne on, snap, spot, kick. Right down the middle. And with 4:01 to go in the third quarter, Anoka's lead cut to 15-10. Nice little flip.
Yeah, again, Knapp had Douglas, shed that block, and was thinking, I'm going to go after Daniels because I think he's going to keep the ball. But when he did, nobody accounted for Douglas as he ran into the open field, and he was wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. Now, returning to my keys to the game at the start, Steve, I talked about how Anoka likes to leave, has had a habit of leaving points on the field. That's in play right now. We've had a missed extra point, a missed 2-point conversion. And we had a play where they chose not to kick the field goal inside the 10 in the first half. To my count, that's 6 possible points. Yeah, that's the difference between 15-10 and 21-10. Now, if you're the Tornadoes, you need a score here, because Blaine could take the lead with a stop and a score.
By the way, that drive, 5 plays, 2:01. It went 61 yards, capped off by Daniels to Douglas. And that was officially a 7-yard touchdown. pass. And the kick, here's Payne. It is caught by Abekwe at the 12. Cuts back. 25. 30. Still on his feet. 40. Great return by Abekwe. Out to the 42-yard line. He turned something into a big deal.
It's one thing the Tornadoes have had all night tonight is good starting field position. They've won that battle. Haven't been pinned too many times here. This has been pretty much the average starting spot for Anoka all night long, around the 35, 40-yard line in their zone. It's exactly what you want if you're Coach Bo Wasserich. Nice job on the return from Abekwe.
Yeah, 41, 35, 38, 30, 36, 37 now. 42-yard line. That's pretty darn good. They're up by 5 late in the quarter. 31.8 to go. Padani takes a snap. Cummings up the middle for a few.
And
we'll call it 2.
Yeah, another play. We're on first down. They're running the football, trying to wear down this Bengal defense with Terrell Cummings. Sanderson makes the stop for the Bengals. Also in on that one, number 83. Yeah, that was C.J. Sanderson with the gold cleats at the bottom. Those are very fascinating. Those things were shining up here in the press box.
All right, Tornadoes won't need to run another play here in the quarter. Anoka will take a 15-10 lead to the fourth quarter when we come back here on QCTV and QCTV.org.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Here we are, Bengals Stadium to start the quarter. Big play for the Tornadoes as they take it down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Anoka.
Not messing around right there to start the fourth quarter. Looking for a big play. You got a player down for the Bengals on the far side, and that's a tough
Lee
one.
Nielsen.
Boy, what a night he's having, too, for the
yeah.
Bengals. Wonder if this is a cramp, too, but maybe not. We'll have to see kind of what the trainers do here with Nielsen, and that's exactly, they're stretching him out again. Very similar to Godfrey, what happened to him in the third quarter.
So a huge gain for the Tornadoes. They gain on that play 34 yards for a first down. So after a slow start, no score after one. 9-3 Anoka after the half. The only touchdown was a pick six, of course, by Luke Alexander to give the Tornadoes the lead. But things are picking up, and here we are in the fourth, and it looks like they're going up and down the field.
Well, they got tons of yards. I'll tell you that. The Tornadoes are not short on yards. If you want to take a look at standings tonight here in the Metro North and see how things are rolling, Anoka obviously 2-0, Centennial 2-1. Centennial's played very well so far this year. Maple Grove 2-1. A lot of teams playing tonight. Coon Rapids was looking good against St. Michael Albertville. Osseo has fallen tonight. Champlain Park won today. So things are starting to tighten up near the top here of this Metro North. And if Blaine can get a win tonight, we'd have a whole lot of teams sitting at 2-1.
By the way, 32 yards on the game, though, spotted at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Anoka and quarterback Peyton Padani. And Brody Rush, a 9th grade running back who's had a lot of snaps, a lot of meaningful snaps in this game, is in the backfield.
And he's made some plays, too, some big plays.
Abekwe is going to split out to the near side.
Look for maybe you thinking a fade here. Do you smell a little one-on-one to the inside here?
Padani looks right, throws right, and hits his man, and that's Rush inside the 10, run out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Beautiful throw, great route by Rush.
Hey, they go with the wheel route instead to the running back out of the backfield. I love this play call and love the design. You get a Beckway on the near side, everybody, and myself, I'm sniffing a play to a Beckway with the one-on-one coverage, and instead they go with a wheel to the outside of the freshman running back, and it works perfectly.
Gain of 21, first and goal at the 3. Second man through, stumbles near the goal line. I don't think he got there. That could have been Welch.
I think it was. They go to him, and I think he's down at the 1-yard line, maybe the half-yard line, but he is short. I'd run it again.
Yeah, knee down. Welch in the backfield.
And Nabozny. Look at, they bring a big set in there with Nabozny as well.
Quarterback under center. Padani sneaks it.
No, that's going to be a false start. Yeah, they were trying to do a little bit of that tush push that you're seeing they do with Jalen Hurts. They were trying to do something very similar, but people are moving.
Prior to the false start, offense, number 58, 5-yard penalty.
Take him back to the 6-yard line, and we've seen that a bunch tonight. Some mistakes down deep for the Tornadoes.
Well, this is where, Nabozny maybe not normally in that situation in the formation. Let's see if we can see the movement. Nabozny sitting right there. Yeah, you can see him kind of flinch. And that little flinch is enough there because the other guy's not set. So 2 guys are moving same time. You can't have that. One guy's got to set for at least a second. That didn't happen.
Second down and goal, 6-yard line. Cummings to the right of Padani. Takes a snap. Padani looking right, under pressure. Throws it, it's caught, and then dropped by P.J. Osrick. Third down and goal.
I think Padani wanted to go to Cummings on the high side there because it looked like he had some room to go, but just couldn't get the ball out in time before the pressure came. So he had to try to run, and the only option was Wasrick over the middle.
So ball closer to the 5-yard line. We'll call it third down and goal. Officially at the 6. It's a short 6. And here comes Padani. Third down and goal. And now Cummings to line up to his left.
Really want to punch this in here. Otherwise, it's big decision time for Coach Wasrick.
Beckway goes in motion from left to right. Now stops in the middle. Sprinting out. Padani to the end zone, almost picked off. Almost picked off. They're trying to get it to Ban. And now fourth and goal and an official timeout.
And we got Ryland Dickinson, who almost had the pick, stayed down. Take another look at this. Dickinson reads this perfectly, steps in front of Ban, and Padani not able to lift it over the top of Dickinson. Really good coverage by the linebacker, but he stayed down and he grabbed his knee right away.
Yeah, and he is being attended to in the near corner of the end zone, and coming in the leading tackler for the Blaine Bengals, Ryland Dickinson, 5'10", 175-pound senior. And with 10:37 to go in the game, we have an injury timeout. Coming up for Anoka, they head back home, and they got a big one with the defending 6A champ, Maple Grove Crimson, at Goodrich Field.
Homecoming.
And you can see the end of the regular season from here. It's crazy, but that is the case. Then on the road, great rivalry game at Coon Rapids. Centennial very good this year, on the road at Osseo, and they finish at Wayzata. Great stadium. Trojans struggling a bit. Could be an opportunity in week 8 for the Tornadoes.
I'm really glad they're doing this. I was just going to suggest I'd kick this here with Veronica Moran, try to get it to a 8-point game, and that's exactly what Coach Wasrick's going to do. Big time chance here for the senior kicker.
She was out early at the end of halftime to try it. Snap, spot, kick on the way. Plenty of leg. It is good. She hammered that one, and the Tornadoes up 18-10. Good for Moran. She had a make, and then a missed extra point, and she came out early at halftime and worked on it, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, you saw at halftime Wade Grabo, assistant coach, was out there holding for her and giving her a chance to get some reps here, and that looked perfect. That was fantastic. And the first person to greet her when she comes out the field, Wade Grabo, the assistant coach. So clearly they knew. They were like, we're going to need you at some point in this game. Can you knock this down? And Veronica, being the athlete she is, makes a big kick for the Tornadoes. Huge one, because that gets them up the full touchdown and 2-point conversion. That's exactly what you need to do. Plenty of time for the Bengals, but at least now if you're the Tornadoes, you can't fall behind with a score and a 2-point conversion.
10:34, plenty of time for Blaine. This drive started with 31.8 seconds to go in quarter number 3, and it goes 58 yards. Veronica Moran, the field goal to put the Tornadoes up 18-10. And now the kickoff specialist, Luke Alexander, who has that big pick 6 that gave the Tornadoes a 9-3 lead at halftime, will tee it up right in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. And back deep, Michael Douglas, far side, near side plankers. And they're going to go far side, and this is just going to sail out of bounds.
And that's going to be a procedure penalty, give good field position to the Blaine Bengals. And if you're Coach Bo Wasrick tonight, I think the thing that's going to really frustrate you is, man, we moved the ball all over the field but sputtered every time we got inside the 15-yard line, whether it was with penalties, whether it was with drops, or whether it was with blocking assignments missed. And that stuff's just going to drive you crazy, because they have really done a nice job offensively, except for when they get inside the 15-yard line.
So a big opportunity for this Anoka defense, up by 8. And of course, Blaine, no stranger to big plays. They had that huge connection. 43-yard connection in that drive before the touchdown pass from Daniels to Douglas from 7 yards out. Daniels is going to roll off, throw on the run. It is caught. This is Torgerson. Torgerson 12, maybe 13 yards as he approaches midfield. He was finally knocked down on the play by Luke Alexander, but they moved the sticks right away.
Starting to see Daniels get into that rhythm there, Steve. We're getting him with some easy throws. That one a little play action. Get a look for Torgerson wide open. This is an easy little pitch and catch for Daniels. Give him some confidence.
First down and 10, 48-yard line. Bengals. Play action. He's going to keep it. Not much doing. Good defensive play by the Tornadoes. Adam Kramer got him by the ankles. No gain.
Again, good gap integrity right there from the Tornadoes. Not chasing or not falling. Oh, and Daniels is kind of hurt here too.
Yeah, and that'll bring up Shaughnessy, who's taken some snaps at quarterback. But Daniels on the keeper, favoring that left leg, and he's up on his feet, but
he might have
goes
sprained
right
an
back
ankle.
down.
Might have sprained the ankle right there, because the way Kramer came in and the way Daniels fell right there, I don't want to say it's similar to the Rodgers play the other night, but kind of is, right? The way they had him twisting and turning, and on that turf, sometimes you can get stuck in there a little bit. And Daniels certainly injured, and this might be a game of attrition right now. The Bengals have a lot of guys going down with cramps and pulls and muscle strains. They're already working on some guys on the sidelines. And now if you lose your quarterback right after he's starting to get into a little groove here, it changes your whole offense the rest of the way.
Yeah, he had some big throws on that drive that got Blaine right back into the football game, down 15-10. So Daniels is up, but he's limping badly.
Yeah,
Quick look
ginger.
at that Blaine schedule. Next week at Osseo, then home to Maple Grove, Champlin Park. They finish on the road at Coon Rapids. Tough tilt to close it out in week 8 at Shakopee. The Sabres are the real deal.
Yeah,
Second down and 10.
Man, oh man, are they tough.
Sam Shaughnessy, now the quarterback, and he'll go straight back. Shaughnessy throws it long over the middle, has a man, he falls down. Prince Day was behind the defender, and Day fell down.
And he's a little slow getting up, but I wonder if that's just I don't know. He's grabbing the ankle too, like he's maybe pulled a muscle as well.
He got behind the Tornado defenders, and then he fell down, and they're just kind of stretching out a cramp.
Are they just? You wonder if there's a little lack of hydration here or something, because it's not an uber hot night, but yet the Bengals are just kind of starting to look like run out of steam. We've seen a lot of this now in the last couple of minutes, and this. Mike, let's take another look at this again. Good throw by Shaughnessy, but yeah, just kind of slipping and falling.
Yeah, and he got behind the Tornado defenders, Kramer and Rothram. And
you wonder if this was something about the early part of the game, Steve. You know, Anoka really controlled time of possession. They ran it a ton. Guys were sitting on the sidelines. You just wonder if there isn't a little bit of that coming into the late stages of the game, where either guys were on the field so much that they're exhausted, or guys were sitting on the sideline so long that maybe they tightened up a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it just seems like a lot.
And down in front, Frank Daniels, the quarterback, having that ankle looked at by the training staff. And you got to wonder when the medical tent is going to come to high school football. You see it in the college game, obviously in the pro game.
Yeah, I noticed that Leif Nielsen was kind of getting a cramp rubbed out there, and I was just thinking to myself, man, I wouldn't mind a tent right now if that would have been me. I don't know if I want to be in that position in front of my peers in the student section.
Yeah, it looks like Day is okay. He'll come over to the sideline, and now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Bengals at their own 48-yard line. Once again, Sam Shaughnessy at quarterback. Douglas to his right. He'll set up a screen. Douglas has a little room. 50, 45, 40 along the sideline. Did he have enough to get the first down?
Sure did.
It looks like he did at the 41.
And Shaughnessy maybe not known for the arm, but I really liked his pocket presence on those last 2 throws. He's looked very confident, and they're just going to let him throw maybe in this stretch, and it may not be a bad idea, although I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get back to that read option now that they've gotten across the 50.
Gain of 11, first down Bengals in tornado territory. And he's going to keep it and get absolutely smothered by 2 tornadoes back there. Terrific defensive play by Anoka, getting back there. Wimmer, and also in on that play as well was Knapp.
Yeah, there you get to see the first catch there was Wimmer, and again, they're so good on that D-line for the Tornadoes. Another big play, 2nd and 11.
Straight back, Shaughnessy trying to scramble out of there. Buying time on the run, gets wrapped up, reaches forward to the 36-yard line. Nice defensive play by Luke Alexander to hang on for dear life, but he got 5 on the play.
Yeah, as soon as he saw Shaughnessy break the pocket, he knew the pass wasn't going to happen, that Shaughnessy was going to run, so he breaks off and closes the gap on Shaughnessy. Well played by the corner for Anoka.
3rd down and 5 yards to go. 8:45 to go in the football game. Tornadoes lead it by 8. Shaughnessy waits for the snap. High snap. He's going to run all the way.
Oh, what a
Good move to the outside. Flag on the play. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Dives to the end zone, but it's coming back.
Oh, it's coming back. But what speed from Shaughnessy. I mean, what a gear he's got, but the laundry came right away. It's a hold, and you're coming back.
And that takes a touchdown. Now, they're down by 8, but now it's going to be 3rd down and likely in the area of 15 yards to go.
Number 50 they get right there. That's Tenzing Sanam, and I think they had this call right away. Blaine fans not happy and using colorful language to express themselves. First Amendment right on USA Today. On USA Out, I should say.
And by the way, it'll go back to the 46-yard line, so it'll be 10-yard penalty on the dot.
So
it'll
that's
be 3rd
50
down
who
and
did
15.
it, and that's right there. You could see that hold right there. It's a pretty obvious call right there. So I know the Blaine fans are not thrilled about that, but I think that's the right call. And then the ref threw it immediately.
Well, when they watch a replay on North Metro tonight or on QCTV.org, they'll see that. And the folks watching at home saw the penalty. So it is a good call. 3rd down and 15. Benefits the Tornadoes. And now the Bengals in a tough spot, down by 8. 8:31 to go in the 4th quarter. Shaughnessy in for Frank Daniels, who's still being attended to. Straight back, throws it over the middle, has a room. That is Plankers. Plankers has a first down to the 26-yard line. Plankers wide open over the middle.
Another great throw by Shaughnessy, showing you some real polish in the pocket. Take another look at this one. Again, he's playing defensive back most of the night, but this throw was a seed right on the dot on the slant play, and Plankers is playing a great game at wide receiver.
Gain of 20. Shaughnessy tucks it under his arm. Right side 25. Shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Coming over to make the play, Wyatt Rothram, the junior for the Tornadoes. Short gain on the play.
I wonder if the defense right now for Anoka was thinking, okay, Shaughnessy's in the game, expect more read option, expect more running the ball, and they're letting Shaughnessy throw, and he's throwing with polish and accuracy.
2nd down, 7 yards to go. That did stop the clock with 8:08 to go in quarter number 4. Anoka has the lead, but this is Sam Shaughnessy, 6'1", 180-pound junior. Michael Douglas will go in motion to the left. They set up a pass. Instead, Shaughnessy up the middle, goes airborne to about the 18, and it'll set up third down and short.
I think that's the RPO. I think they may be setting something like that later because they moved Douglas in motion, and I think Shaughnessy might have had the option to throw that if he wanted to, but he decided, he looked it off and ran right up the middle with it.
Third down, 2 yards to go. Blaine at the Anoka 18-yard line. Near half, Shaughnessy is giving this offense a jolt. Michael Douglas to his right. He'll cut back into the middle. He's wrapped up and dropped by the Tornadoes. Carter Lean, I believe, grabbed him. Or actually, it was Avery Field, maybe?
Avery Fields, I think, who got to him there. That was a nice play.
Only got one, 4th down and 1.
Yeah, and I think they're going to go for it here. This is just outside comfortable field goal range. You've got a good back in Douglas. You have Shaughnessy. You've got options. No question going for it here.
Coming up on 7 to go in the game. They look to the bench, get a sideline. And now Blaine will take a timeout. 7 on the dot to go in the game. Anoka leads it by 8, but Blaine driving.
This is pretty interesting stuff, isn't it? It's getting down to, you feel like there's 2 minutes to go, but no, there's plenty of time here. But if you're Blaine, you're saying to yourself, this is our time. We need to get this first down right now. What do you want to do here? Do you want to run with the quarterback on a little quarterback keeper, or do you want to hand it to Douglas? What do you want to do?
It's been super effective. I think you let Shaughnessy make the call, you know, with him and Douglas.
He's been terrific. Yeah, this could be a good read option play. Maybe put it in the hands of Shaughnessy. Say, all right, look at the line, see what you get, make a good decision.
On the flip side, little play action, go up top. You only need a yard in this spot, and there's only 7 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, if you're the Tornadoes, do you sell out, put like 8-9 guys up front here, and just assume they're running it, and see if you just bunch this up? Looks like they kind of want to do that.
And here's Shaughnessy, keeper all the way, has the first down and more, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Finally dragged down by Adam Kramer, but yeah, it was just a design quarterback keeper all the way left side.
Boy, Shaughnessy has looked fantastic on this drive, really has. He's looked like he's had great command of the offense. He's thrown well, made good decisions, and his speed is really tough to deal with.
First and 10, 14-yard line. Douglas up the middle with room on his feet, powers his way to the 3-yard line. Maybe the best power run we've seen Michael Douglas. That's a gain of 11 and a 1st and goal.
And when you have to protect against the quarterback running with great speed to the outside, what happens? The middle opens up, and now Douglas has all kinds of room.
Right back at it. Douglas again near the goal line. No signal. Knee down at the 1.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of tripped up at the line of scrimmage and fell forward. Almost got it across, but that knee hit the ground first. But Blaine's going to play the quick game here. They're going to hurry it up.
Once again, Shaughnessy the quarterback. Douglas to his left. He'll take the snap. Douglas again, right side, touchdown Blaine. They've cut it to 2.
Really the best offensive drive of the game comes with the backup quarterback making some big plays. Tip your cap to the Bengals. A really good drive by Shaughnessy and some good finishing there from Michael Douglas. They made plays, and now the critical going for 2 play to tie the game.
65-yard drive, and now they're going to go for 2. Shaughnessy throws to the right, off the fingertips of Plankers, and Anoka maintains a 2-point lead with 6:01 to go. That drive, by the way, 4:33, and Blaine ran a ton of plays.
Little surprised they threw it there for the 2-point conversion. They've been so effective running the ball with Douglas and with Shaughnessy. I would have thought for sure one of those 2 guys would have held on to it to make that play.
If you're keeping track, 14 plays, 65 yards, 430, 2-point try, actually 433, 2-point try, no good. Anoka leads 18-16, but we're far from done. 6:01 to go in the game.
And right now, if you're Coach Bo Wasserich, you're saying to yourself, I don't even want to look at the score. We need to go down and get 6. We need to finish this drive. And if we can do that, we can win the football game. But you cannot settle here if you're Anoka, and you've got to execute inside the red zone, something they just have not done tonight.
Yeah, Sam Shaughnessy and Michael Douglas huge on that drive. And now to kick it off, Alvin Payne, 2 players back deep for the Tornadoes, standing at about the 10-yard line. Hibbler on the near side, and a Beckway on the far side. In the air, it's going to be a Beckway from the 16 on the move. Squirts through 35 out to the 38-yard line. Another good return. Anoka starts near the 40.
Again, been the standard operating procedure all night long. You wonder here if on first down, this might be where Coach Bo wants to empty a trick. Maybe a little something here to cook something up to get down there. Maybe you say, you know what, we haven't scored in the red zone, so maybe we try to do a little double move, a little go route, try to see if you can get a Beckway or Borchers into the open field, make a big play.
A Beckway here on the near side of the field, Borchers over on the far side. That has been typical tonight. Cummings, the senior running back. They'll throw it off to the right. It is caught immediately for a short gain near the 40-yard line. That is Borchers for a couple. Second down and maybe 3. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, it's been a little quiet in the second half for Trey Borchers, so right there trying to get him involved early, and now they're going to try to speed up a little bit.
The line of scrimmage was the 37. They give him the 40. And now here is Peyton Pedani. Another solid night for the junior quarterback. And the running back behind him now is Cummings. You don't see that a lot. And Cummings will get the carry right side. A little room. Pushes his way to the 44-yard line, setting up third down and short.
Yeah, they've done that pistol set probably about 4 or 5 times tonight. And when they've done it, more often than not, they've run it. And they've been pretty effective with it. Giving Cummings an opportunity to run off guard, off tackle there on the high side, sets up third down and short.
Third down, 3 yards to go. Ball at the 44-yard line. 4:50, clock on the move. Tornadoes by 2 in this great rivalry. Anoka and Blaine, Bengals 1-1. Tornadoes ranked number 7 and 2-0 in the first poll of the season that was released. Here's Pedani, takes the snap. Cummings, right side, has a blocker. Waited for that block beautifully inside the 45 down to the 41-yard line. He hesitated, got the block, and gets the first down.
And that was really interesting by the Tornadoes because the Blaine Bengals showed blitz there on third down. They were anticipating pass. They wanted to come after Pedani, so you run away from the blitz. And this is just great running by Terrell Cummings, waiting for that to set up, getting them the first down. Clock's going to start moving again after they get this play back in motion.
4:28 at the moment. 15-yard game. Great run by Cummings. Terrific block on the edge. And instead of just taking, and now here's the youngster, Brody Rush, around the edge, inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line. More importantly, stays in bounds, clock on the move.
That was probably one of the instructions when Rush came into the game from Coach Bo is, hey, you're going to get this ball, you're going to get this carry up the high side. Please make sure you stay in bounds, keep this clock moving. Let the Tornadoes be more patient offensively. As you can see, they get the play, kind of a muddle huddle. They really don't get huddled up. They line up on the line, get the play from Coach Bo Wasserich, and they've got 25 seconds they can sit on here if they want.
Under 4 to go. Pedani gives instructions to everybody. A Beckway near side. Rush, the running back, to his left. He did pick up a solid 5. It is second down and 5 for the Tornadoes, up by 2. Here's Rush trying the right side. Elusive run to the 32, shy of the first down, setting up third down and short.
Boy,
but he kept that run alive.
I thought that was going to be blown up, Steve, the way Blaine got into the backfield. But credit Brody Rush. I really have been impressed with him tonight. Watch him run patiently through this. He didn't panic, and he allowed something to happen, and then he broke a tackle. Nice spin move there at the end. Finally wrapped up and brought down. Now third down and 1. Clock still moving. And this is a big, big play for the Tornadoes. They pick up this first down. They can make life pretty difficult on the Bengals.
Still 10 on the play clock as Pedani brings them up to the line. Rush, the running back, the 9th grader in a big spot. Third down and 1 again. Hesitates. 30-28. maybe the 27. Move the sticks. Clock stopped for the moment.
I'll tell you what, the guts of a burglar from Coach Bo Wasserich to put it in the hands of a freshman running back saying, hey, late in the game, make some big-time yards for us and don't fumble the ball. He has put his trust in the young kid, and the kid has delivered here on this possession. What a huge first down for the Tornadoes, and now they get to keep the clock moving again.
They bring the senior Cummings out to the left of Padani. Clock moving, 2:22 to go, first down and 10. Play clock to 5. Padani the snap, under pressure, and throws it away. Clock stops, second down and 10.
Yeah, not going to throw the pick right there. And I don't mind trying to pass right there. I know you could keep it on the ground if you want to, but Blaine does have 2 timeouts. You still need to move the ball a little bit and keep that threat alive. But good job by the defense to sniff that out.
By the way, Frank Daniels, Blaine's starting quarterback, still on the medical table on the near sideline. He has not left.
Got the ice on the ankle, too, which tells me that's maybe it for him tonight. And you want to take care of him anyway because he got hurt a couple weeks ago. You really want to protect that young man if you can. I think it's the good move, and it'll be the Shaughnessy show the rest of the way.
2:14 to go. Bad snap. Padani pounces on it back at the 39-yard line. We have not seen a lot of that tonight, and Padani's able to gather it in at the 39-yard line. That could have been terrible for the Tornadoes.
Well, the center exchange has been a thing this year for the Tornadoes, and it continues to be. That time for Burns, just a low snap, and Padani's got to do the right thing and pounce on it. Timeout taken by Blaine. They have 1 left, but that was a good timeout to take. You're not going to allow the Tornadoes to run 40 seconds off the clock in that situation. Now you've got 3rd down and a mile. Let's see what the Tornadoes want to do. Do you want to run it here, force Blaine to use their last timeout, or do you want to try to throw and pick this up? Interesting play call, interesting decision coming up.
Quite a ball game here tonight. Anoka leads at 18-16. Timeout, as you pointed out, 3rd down and 9. Loss of 9 on that play, and let's get into our player of the game.
You got to like what Peyton Padani has done. You got to like what Brody Rush has done. I really have been impressed with what he's done. I know Cummings has the yards, but I think what Brody Rush has given them, especially with that touchdown catch right there, that's really the difference in the football game. Really like this 2-headed attack, though, that Anoka has found tonight.
Yeah, Rush has been outstanding. Terrific catch there to set up the 1st and goal. Here we go. 3rd down. Tornadoes need to get it all the way inside the 19-yard line. 3rd down and long. Padani brings them out. Clock stopped. 2:10 to go. 4th quarter. Anoka by 2.
And a flag. What do we got? What's happening here? Boy, if this is on Blaine, that could be interesting.
They have 12 men on the field.
They do. Oh, man.
Wow.
Dead ball, legal substitution. 12 men on the field for defense.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you can't have it. You just cannot have that right there if you're the Bengals. You give 5 yards back. You change everything for Anoka, and that's off a timeout as well. Man, those frustrate you. And Padani's going to hustle him to the line.
2:10 to go. Padani ready to go. Cummings to his right. Sprints to the right. Pressure on. Throws it down the sideline. Almost picked off.
Wow.
Almost intercepted.
Lucky break right there.
And Rylan Dickinson can't believe it. He was nicked up earlier in the game.
He might be cramping again. Looks like he's going right back to that calf, and they were working on him on the sidelines. That calf and that behind the knee area right there. He's been cramping a couple times tonight, and it's always on those jumping plays right there because that's when you're kind of jumping off the ground using your body. And that's where the injuries tend to come up. And now 4th down. You're kind of in no man's land. Let's take a look here. Man, look at St. Michael Albertville late in the game. It's 21-21 as Coon Rapids had the big lead early, Steve. Now we're locked in thanks to our friends over at CTN Sports. Looks like they're ready to kick this off with 3:20 to go.
Oh, and they got a great facility there in Albertville, St. Michael High School. That is a beauty. The state track meet is in that stadium these days. I was there this past spring. They have a wonderful facility, but a good one there. Champlin Park shut out Osceola. The other game here in the Metro North, 21-0. Rebels over the Orioles on the road. That is not a long road trip. You could probably ride your bike from Champlin Park over to Osseo.
I always think like Champlin isn't a real city, because every time I'm like, hey, am I in Champlin? They're like, no, you're in Dayton. I'm like, oh, okay, if I move over here, am I in Champlin? No, you're in Brooklyn Park.
You might get hate mail on that.
No, but I mean, I love the folks in Champlin. I just never know when I'm in the city.
4th down and 14. Anoka the lead, 2:04 to go, 18-16. Padani rolls left. He's going to throw a Beckway. Did he get the first down? He did. A Beckway hasn't been targeted a ton, and that is a backbreaker for the Blaine Bengals.
What a big-time play. And a Beckway fell in bounds, too, so that's going to get the clock rolling as soon as that one goes. And that was in no man's land, so you knew that they were going to go for it right there. Weren't going to kick a field goal, weren't going to punt. They were going to try to get that first down, and why not go for a Beckway in that spot? They got it. Big-time play, and now everything lining up nicely for the Tornadoes to maybe escape here. But you got to get clean snaps.
Gain of 17. Padani with Cummings to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off. Cummings up the gut for a couple.
Cummings, the ball carrier.
And Blaine will take a timeout with 1:22 to go.
And that is their last one. They can't stop it anymore from there. So if you want to run 2 more plays, you're going to get really close to the end of this game.
Wow. What? On 4th and 14, a Beckway in traffic, hauls it in, stays in bounds, 17-yard gain. And that's could
tough.
be the ball game.
That really could be. And I'll tell you what, you got to just tip your hat to Peyton Padani. Sometimes a quarterback just makes a great throw in a spot, and that's exactly what he did right there. And a Beckway goes out and says, you know what, I'm going to help my quarterback, and I'm going to make a play here. And that's exactly what happened. Good throw, good catch, good play design. I actually thought it was pretty good defense, too. Just one of those things. Credit the Anoka Tornadoes as they look to try to escape here on the road. And it has not been a pretty game inside the red zone for the Tornadoes tonight. A lot to work on. But if you can escape here, you'd be thrilled.
Yeah, and moved to 3-0. They come in ranked number 7. They'll certainly stay in the top 10.
Both teams really playing their guts out tonight, too. This has been a fun football game to watch.
Yeah, terrific rivalry over the years. And now, Luke Alexander, full house backfield. He'll take the direct snap, run to the right. Alexander, 10, 5, inside the 5 to the 3. He stays in bounds, I believe.
They might have got him out of bounds. We'll see what happens when they. Nope, they're going to wind it. So as soon as they set it,
first
that
and
clock
goal
starts.
at the 3, and that was Alexander who had the pick 6 at the end of the second quarter that put Anoka up 9-3.
And that is going to probably be your dagger here. You can take a kneel down in victory formation, and the Tornadoes are going to find a way to get a big-time road win in a game where there was just all kinds of action. What a fun football game. Tornadoes going to try to put it away.
Alexander in the middle, Welch to his right, and Rush to the left. This is Alexander toward the goal line. Stopped at the 1.
And they don't have to run another play. They don't have to do that. And I would prefer they didn't, actually. It's a little scary because anything can happen. You don't want to take any chances, and I think that's it. Yep, Anoka says we're good. We're going to let the clock run out, and they're going to win a big-time football game on the road tonight, Steve.
How about that? Alexander to the 1, and the Anoka Tornadoes are 3-0 after winning on the road at Blaine 18-16. After 1, we were scoreless. Anoka led at 9-3 at the half. Luke Alexander's pick 6 was huge. And then back and forth they go. Anoka prevails. Blaine falls to 1-2.
What a wild game tonight. I'll tell you what, tip your cap to the Bengals. I really thought they played hard defensively. I thought they got some good stuff out of Shaughnessy. You hate to see it for Frank Daniels. I really hope that kid's okay, and I really hope some of those injuries the Bengals took late are something that they can rise above and fight through. This Bengals team fought hard tonight. This Anoka Tornadoes team just made one more play.
Big thanks to our great QCTV crew led by Ryan Mush. Big thanks to Tim Anderson. Always fun to work with you, Tim. I am Steve Thompson from Bengals Stadium. Anoka wins at Blaine 18-16.